showed corruption inside of me, and I wasn't alone, 'cause attention's what you need. You didn't get enough of me, and it's a poison in me. You were lucky to know me. I let you be the missing piece to my heart, and I should have known that your love is poison to me. You were lucky to know me. I let you be the missing piece to my heart, and I should have known that your love is poison to me.
Well. What's up, Chris? Long time no see, brother. Long
Yeah.
time no see, man.
When was the
Appreciate you
last
holding
time-
it down. God, I think last week
When
sometime.
was the last time you and I were on here?
It was last week. Well, maybe it was Friday. I think. Did
Was
we do a?
Was it a week ago Sunday?
No. I was on the new name reveal. Was that
Fowler
Wednesday?
was with us.
Yeah. It was that day. That was the last time I got to be on live. I've been trying to watch it as much as I can, but a lot of crazy stuff happening off chain for me. So, but I know there has been some developments. So, and you've caught me up, so to speak, backstage and in text messages and stuff. So, I'm curious to know what the sentiment is for this now that we've had time to kind of I don't know sleep on the new name of the blockchain and pretty much the I guess the plan ahead. I like to know what people are thinking about this. Are they still positive, optimistic, don't know, don't care, give me my money, get me out? I want to know. Because that really matters, matters to me. At the end of the day, I just want to make sure that, and people understand how I feel about it, if they even care, right? But I do have some thoughts and concerns, and I'm definitely positive about the future of the blockchain. More so than ever before, right? So I'd like to know what the community is thinking. So everybody joining us tonight on a Monday. I know it's late, but I've been doing some spring cleaning on my Labor Day. Finally
doing some labor.
Been doing some labor on Labor Day, right? Had all hands on deck today. So I had to kick off a little later than expected, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. Really do.
Did you see the link? Did you see the link I threw in our chats?
Oh, we got a link, huh? Let me see.
Yeah.
Pull it. Oh, so there's a store now.
Store. Guess whose store this is?
Whose store is that? Is it yours?
No, it's not mine. But I've already bought something, so I'm pretty excited about what I purchased.
Is it Greek?
Nope. It's you wouldn't even think of it. It's Sunny T.
Oh, no way. What's I'm talking about? All right, what's up, Sonny?
Yeah.
Then you know what? Let me go. I'm looking at the site now. Okay, can you pull it up? I can't share from this browser.
Look at all the stuff she
Pull it
brought
up,
in
man.
there?
Pull it up.
Yeah, let me. I'm gonna make it full screen so it looks good. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's man.
I like the
I'm
logo,
pretty.
man. I'm definitely gonna get a hat. I like
Oh, I
this.
already got a hat, man. I just jumped. I just jumped when you and I were talking, man. I was over there getting. Can you see me? Oh,
Yeah, I can see
there.
you. I can see you. Yep. Here we go.
Oh, there we go. All right, here's the store, man. And from what I understand, she like.
Are you there, Chris? Did I lose you? I don't know if that's me or you guys. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not.
Can
But it
you hear
looks like I
me?
lost. Yeah, there you are. Did I blink out or did you blink out?
Oh, I think my VPN just moved to a different country. I was like, the VPN came up, said calculating. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah,
But
I was like, well, what the heck just happened? All right,
I don't
let's
know
see.
if she told me this or what, but I think I heard from the grapevine that she was like up like the last day or so, like adding all this stuff. There is tons of stuff in here, man. It's like
Yeah, it looks
all
good, man. I
kinds of
like it.
stuff.
I like that hat right there. That one right there to the right. Your
This one?
middle row. Yeah, the guy with the hat. Now he's wearing it. It changed to the guy wearing that. That guy. I like the
Oh,
logos. Real.
you need to look at this one though. I think accessories was it? I forget where. Oh, you got to look at this one, dude. Look at that. Oh no. Oh, where is it at? Oh, here it is. No, that's not it. Where did I? No, that is it. I think that's what I got. Oh no, I did not get that one. I did not get that one.
That one looks cool, Poe.
I did not get that one. I got this
You
one.
did a great job on the store, Sonny T.
I know.
Everybody
Look
go
at this hat.
to
This is what I got.
VITRUVEOstore.com. Oh, you got
Yep.
that one? Big
Yeah,
logo
that's what I
dad
got.
hat. Oh, God.
Yeah, it's a dad hat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
it's a
there's
dad
all
hat.
kinds of stuff in here, man. And
That's cool. I like the
she
logo,
said
man.
she said that yeah, she said she worked all weekend. That's right. She did tell me that. So it wasn't a rumor. She did tell me that. She says you can tell people that I do custom orders too, and if they want a combo, that's not shown. So you want a
Okay.
combo, want to do a custom order or anything like that, man, jump all over this site. I think it's awesome. I think it's great.
I
So
like the sweater. I guess this sturdy warm. It's a sweatshirt. It's a non hoodie, but I like the logo on the front, and then I like the sleeves. Vitruveo looks slick. They go up a little bit. Right there, top right that top row to the right, bam. Yeah, the logo is huge on the back, but on the I like the arms. I like how the
yeah,
name just goes. It's long enough to just go kind of all the way down the arm. It looks pretty cool.
yeah. I'm not a big fan on the logo on the back, but the arms in the front,
Yeah.
I'd be all over that.
I have a. You ever heard of the Cirque du Soleil? You ever heard of that? The circus. It's like it's an
Yeah.
amazing
What do you think? I
show.
live under a rock?
Of
I
course.
mean,
Okay,
really?
my bad. I'm sorry. I felt like, well, I know you've been to the Barnums and, that type of circus. I'm talking about like the Great Show, the Showman, whatever. No, but every time I go, they have. I like their sweatshirts. And this reminds me of one of their
Oh
sweatshirts.
yeah.
Cirque du Soleil all the way down. Looks really cool. It's a great shirt. A great
My
sweater.
son liked this one. He
Is that a
liked
hoodie?
this one.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah. It's a
V
hoodie.
True.
It's just the normal one, got the stuff on it and everything like that.
Remember that the last time I was on a live, I remember someone, I forgot who it was, but they made a comment. They posted a comment and it was, just kind of throwing out taglines, and one of them was "Be true to yourself." That was cool, right? I'm surprised
Yeah.
no one's made that yet, right?
Well, I
Yeah.
think that didn't Nick even write that down?
Yeah, he goes, "Man, I like that one." He wrote it down. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
cool
he's
one.
like, I
Yeah,
really like that, and
yeah,
I think he was complimenting the fact that these lives are good because it comes up there's great ideas.
yeah.
No.
It's community. It should be that way. The community should be driving. Obviously, we're going. Hopefully, we move into a marketing. We move with a marketing. God, I hate to say firm, but with a real initiative, right? With some real substance, because marketing is not. There's no exact science to it. You can't spend $1 million and expect $100 million return. It doesn't work. You just don't know. There's so many variables. But I think when the community is behind it, and like I like the fact that the community has the ability, has the right to go out and throw out their own
Whoa.
merch. That's a really grassroots approach to this thing, and that's going to help get the word out. I like that one. That one's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Did you see? I know we're checking out. I'm actually doing some shopping right now, some online shopping. So let me get back to what we're talking about here. So yeah, I will get lost in this store, dude. I'm gonna bring this off right now because I need to spend some time on that store. But did you see that when we were live last night with Fowler, and he's auction or raffling off different NFTs for his F3 Warriors and Commanders and all
Mhm.
that. When we were on there, Nick sent a message with a screenshot of the contractual attorney that he was meeting with.
I saw that. I
And
think I saw the link in Brew Possible. I was in Discord
yeah,
over the weekend.
and
She looks
Jamalia
legit.
Greer.
Yeah. She looks legit.
Yeah.
She looks legit.
Yeah, well,
I kind of glanced at her site. I haven't gone through it officially, but
well, I went to her site and everything. You go down below and you'll see like where she's got a podcast that she does on Spotify.
oh, nice.
So I was listening to quite a few of the first ones. She's got they're like 15 to 25 minutes, and I listened to maybe the first 3 or 4 today. I had to stop and then I get interrupted or whatever everything, but she's got. I mean, I would recommend people listening to those because she's got some serious knowledge, and the things that she was talking about and what she was saying is she knows way more about crypto than I do, and I mean that's pretty easy, but I remember having conversations with like you and NR and Fowler and even Greek and stuff where there's you guys are talking the same language she is, and I found that to be refreshing because me I just showed up. I'm not sure what crypto really is. I just go with what you guys say. So like, no, that's bad. Okay, good. All right.
Nah, you know more than you lead on, brother. You know a lot.
Well,
You're like,
I know about investing and trading, but I don't know much about crypto at all.
but you do know business, and at the end of the day, there are just principles, fundamentals that every business should follow, whether it's crypto or bricks and mortar. And
well,
I
they
think
should follow, but in crypto though, it's a complete opposite of what I'm like. Wait, we don't do that in business.
Well,
but
because
crypto,
because they put the cart before the horse, right? And they're like, you're gonna be successful before you put the work in. Where can I buy? And everybody wants to click a button, and it's not like that.
right?
Like we're gonna build. One of my favorite quotes is, first tell the world what you intend to do, but first show them. That should be the just the I don't know, in every DNA for any business. But with crypto, it's not like that. They go get a website, they get good motion graphics, they get influencers, I mean, they throw all this hype in front of it and people buy it. And then these guys go away, nothing happens. But you got to have something, you got to bring something to the table. And I think, at least in my opinion, with what we're moving forward now. I mean, at the end of the day, we all have skin in the game, right? With this one, we've got bags of Vulcan. Now it's going to be, VITRUVEO. I mean, obviously there's a lot of people that have put a lot into this thing. We've got a little liquidity left, but there is still a little bit of skin in the game. So we as investors have put skin in the game, right? Now we hope moving forward that the team that's going to be, this should be DAO driven, of course, moving forward. But hopefully now that I know not everything's behind us, but as we're moving through everything, right, we're just kind of making sense of everything and devising a plan. And Nick's put forth a plan, and we'll see how it all plays out. As long as we can just execute on these things that he wants to do, I don't see why this thing shouldn't be at least somewhat successful. But anyways, I guess what I'm saying is we just need, with all of us having skin in the game, it's up to us. You guys remember us talking about onus, and I remember that was kind of the talking points back then. It's up to us as a community. Well, when they were telling us about onus, the other team, we just didn't realize that no, they meant it was all on us. You know, it was all on
Yeah.
us because they weren't
Yeah,
doing
they don't
nothing.
know
Right?
the actual word there at all.
Yeah, exactly. But and in this case, it is at the same time on us as well because, you know, this is. I mean, at the end of the day, guys, this is going to be a grassroots effort, 100%, guys. So you know, we got to get the word out, and that's going to help facilitate the success. You know, if that's what's in the cards for us. But oh, is this the post that you made?
Yeah, yeah. This is
Cool.
her here, Nick talking, and she's the Nick said that she will be the fractional general counsel. So basically, fractional general counsel means that I guess you could describe it as like a contractor.
Okay.
She's
Yeah,
I
it makes
don't think
sense.
actually I kind of like this because I don't think the protocol the Dow can afford to have you know on staff like
Yeah, yeah.
a retainer for an on staff
Understood. Understood. You know.
lawyer, but basically fractional means that she will be in a position where she'll be contracted out for legal services. And what Nick was talking about and some of the things that she's doing is like she has I would recommend checking out all of her stuff. She seems like a fantastic person. um her podcasts are very, I mean, she's talking to you like we're talking right now. I mean, and I find that to be, you can find out so much about people just by listening to some of the things that they say
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Just hear them out. Let them
she's
talk.
just she's by herself on there talking, and she just goes on for a little bit, and you kind of get a good understanding of who she is and all that kind of stuff. So, but that was something that I don't know if anybody had talked about or anything like that, but kind of exciting, that
Yeah,
part.
that is. I appreciate you sharing that. I definitely got to bring something up here. Hey, Robert. I don't know if you saw this, Chris, but he says, "Hi, fellas. Here with you guys tonight. Lost my fiance 5 days ago. Stage 4 stomach
Holy,
cancer. Can't wait to make a few talks. Man, I am so sorry for your loss, Robert. Man, my heart, my prayers, my condolences to you, man. And if there's anything we can do, just let me know. I can't even imagine what you're going through. But I hope that we can, at some point, bring some sort of comfort to you in whatever we can talk about tonight. And we
okay,
hope,
yeah,
at the end of the day. So, man, sorry for your loss, man. I can't even imagine. And we had Richard was reacting to him or responding to him and says, "I am so sorry for your loss. Try and stay busy. My prayers are with you, buddy." So that's the truth. You got to
yeah.
stay
And
busy.
Robert, if you, I'll say this, and what if you want to reach out to me, DM me or anything like that, we can if you need to talk to anybody or just want to, whatever. This is a tough time and everything like that. And I don't want you to feel like you're alone. So if you want to reach out, I'll give you my number. Call me or whatever. But I hope that you have the support that you need. And if you need anything, feel free to reach out to me.
Yeah.
And I'm
And
sure
they're
Tony feel the
amazing.
same way.
Absolutely.
We'll do
Absolutely.
this whole show just for you.
Yeah, man. We will, man, for sure.
we'll
You,
we'll
you know,
just
and
sit on a call and just talk to you.
100%, man. Absolutely.
So
Because at the end of the day, we tend to lose perspective, or
yeah,
I would say we tend to lose what's really lose sight of what's important in life. And it's money's great, but people are better, right? The relationships that we have, and
oh yeah,
life is so short, right? And at the end of the day, yeah, we all want to make money, but it's for a reason. Why do we want to make money? For me, um, I want to be able to use my time, be able to really have quality time with my family and my friends. And the more money I have, the more I'll have the ability to do that. It doesn't, you can't buy time, but it can certainly help you prioritize it, because you're not having out there to make it. But, we got OBZ, throwing out some prayers to you, Robert. But, again, you need anything, man, just hit us up. And, anybody in the community out there, really,
yeah,
one thing I've learned in the last year and a half, there are some amazing people in this community that really care about those that join you guys in the chat. I mean, everybody's reading everybody's chats, everybody's talking to each other. You know, you're having sidebar conversations. You guys are probably hooking up, DMing each other, becoming friends, and all these things. And crypto is blockchain technology has allowed that. YouTube has allowed that because of crypto. So we tend to forget, man. We've been going at this thing for a year and a half, and I've so many familiar faces, and I would say avatars or even usernames that I like expect to see these people now. Like it's like they're I'm part of this big family, this big community. So when something bad happens to one in the community, I really feel like it hurts. It's like it's close to home. It's close to home because we all are on this same journey together. Rich also asked, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. The design pack, they sent it out with the information that yeah, Richard, we are family, even though we don't like each other. Some of us
can't choose your family, but you can certainly.
We are. We've gone through a ton. We've gone through what families have gone through, in a lifetime. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I love your background.
You like my background? Yeah. I'm on the moon right now with the India lander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tunny T can probably tell you about that, Rich, because I saw it. The link was made available by Nick, but I don't see it anywhere in the announcements or anything where he sent that. I don't know. But
actually, you know what? If you go to the website, it is there, I believe. I think there is a link there.
Is that where it was when because I went and I saw it somewhere and I opened it up and looked at all of them and download brand assets. It's right there. It's on the front page, right in the very beginning. Yeah, it came out in a Google Doc, Google Drive or whatever.
Yep.
And yeah, they got the SVGs and PNGs in there. So
yeah, you should have everything you need there. Even Sunny was even responding and saying, "Yeah, it's on the website."
Yeah, she's already got it worked out. I should just be quiet and let you go.
Yeah.
We'll let the smart people handle this.
You're all like, it's if you go to HTTPS :
you go to the interweb.
Yeah.
Turn your computer
dots,
on.
Not the dot and the comma.
Log on to AOL and go. My bad.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
You guys just got me off saying the YouTubes.
So. Yeah, the YouTubes. It's kind of a thing now, man. I'm gonna get you a hat that says YouTubes.
Yeah, but isn't that the correct pronunciation of it? Because it's on multiple YouTube channels. So what would you say? It's on the YouTubes. A bunch of. It's not just on YouTube, but if we're like simulcasting on multiple different YouTube channels, wouldn't it be called the YouTubes?
No, it'd be called channels. Because there's one YouTube, but multiple channels.
You're just a little bit of a jerk. That's all I'm gonna say.
I can actually speak 12 different languages, right? You know that, right? As long as we're all in English.
There you go.
Yeah, and all my different languages, it's but YouTube's sounds something like my dad would say. Are you going to be on the YouTubes tonight? All right. So Robert says he's thanking us for the prayers and that he is devastated and it's hard to talk right now. Completely understand that, and I will keep you guys in mind if and when I can reach out. Bless you guys. No, same to you, man. God bless you, man. Yeah, you're not alone, brother. You're not alone, man. At the end of the day.
If you need to reach out, call me, whatever, and you're not even gonna say anything. We'll just sit there and just whatever. I don't want you to be alone, and whatever I can do.
Bob DS78 says, you're late to the live. Well, actually, I got off to a late start, so you're not too late, man. I appreciate you joining us. To kind of catch everybody up, we were just sending out our condolences to Bob. I'm sorry, to Robert. He lost his fiance. Prayers go out to him. And we were kind of talking about, the fractional legal counsel that Nick has revealed to everybody. We're also talking about, we haven't really talked about that much, but I want to, the sentiment about where we are with the new name. What are the expectations for people? What would they like to happen? What do they think's going to happen? And no one knows what's going to happen, but it's good to kind of window shop to some degree. If you can imagine it, you can create it, right? And at the end of the day, if anything, if anybody, if it's got to be, it's up to me, is how I like to say it, right? So,
Right.
and that's me by myself. Imagine if all of us want this thing to happen. What can we all do to contribute? We all got a role to play. Believe it or not, we all do. And it's just get the word out, but it's more than that. It's really more than that. I would say this at the end of the day. You remember the other day I asked Nick, what is the mission statement, the vision statement for this new company, right? And he's like, "Oh, give me the end of the week or next week or so, he'll have that." So I'm looking forward to that. And any business that I've ever, and I've had multiple failed businesses. I've tried and tried and tried, and finally I got that one right. But
Well, you're
I
pretty
would,
successful now, though. I mean,
but yeah, I mean, I pay the
you're
bills.
kind of leaving it out there like, as in I've got nothing but failed businesses, but
Well, but I say that those are notches on my belt that got me to where
right.
I am now, and but I would say this: the most common denominator or variable for those businesses not being a success. I mean, there's all different moving, I think different variables in those equations, but the most common one, I think, in the ones that failed miserably, is I didn't have a mission statement. I didn't have a vision statement. In other words, I didn't know where I just want to make money. Oh, I just want to do something great, right? And I'm going to be the best of the best, but I didn't have a plan on how I was going to do that. And so the mission and the vision statements come in, and out of those two things, you get your business plan, and then you begin to lay it out and make it happen. And there has to be goals and all these things. So my hope is, based on the way Nick has been talking up to this point, and conveying the information to us and communicating with us, it seems to me that he's going to have these things in business plan form. We're going to have metrics. It's not just going to be a roadmap on a website. He's going to have, in little boxes checked. I think it's going to be, this is the plan. This is the Gantt chart, right? Or this is this is the roadmap, but this is the business plan, and here's the Gantt. We're going to be able to see the progress along the way. I believe it's going to be, to at least to some degree, that transparent. We can see where everything is, what's happening real time. Those are the things that are going to help give me confidence. Okay, we're actually moving in the right direction, or we're stagnant, or we're moving backwards, right? That's just my opinion. I mean, everyone's going to have their own perspective on everything. But because of who I am and what I do for a living professionally, and the responsibilities that I have in my business, I have to have a plan. I just can't show up to work and go, and do and just blink my eyes and things happen. I have to start. I have to write it down, and I have to have, basically a list of things I've got to accomplish or knock out tasks to get to to get to the end goal. And I'm hoping that we can actually begin to see those things from Nick, and I think we will. I don't hope. I think we will. And I'm looking forward to that. With that being said, as those things begin to happen and the boxes begin to get checked, I think people are going to be a lot more positive, about, hey, this thing can happen. This thing can work. Nothing's guaranteed ever. Nothing in life's guaranteed. But what is guaranteed is everybody has the opportunity to try to make it happen. And we have yet again another opportunity, because it could be worse, Chris. We could be saying, have you heard from Brian? I haven't heard from Brian. You heard from Brian? That guy just took off with all the money, right? We got a little bit. Got a little bit. I know it sucks. I still have my reservations about how that deal went down. I'll hold that for another conversation. But at least we've got something to move forward with, and that's what I'm looking forward to do, is to move forward. I want to start seeing some progress. We got the name. He's building the legal. He got the legal team, or he's gotten that. He said he was going to do it. He did it. I think what's next? The formation, right? We're going to go, and then the DAO.
Well, I mean, Wednesday night, you know about that, the live that we're doing Wednesday night.
Oh, that's
Are
right.
you,
That's right. Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah, you saw that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we got some updates coming, I guess. Is that what that's about?
Well, I mean, that's what his point on that was that. Well, let me see. I think I got to make sure that it's public right now before. Yeah, it's the creator economy. Vitruveo, and Nick is going to be live at 7 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday night, and he has a whole plan that he wants to go more into depth on how
Good.
the creator aspect will be, what he's looking for, you know.
All right.
And I think these are all things that he's putting forth, but at the same time, the DAO, I think that's where he's going to be. Okay, we need input from the DAO. So now he did give us an update today. Let me see if I can find it. I don't think it's under minor announcements. Yes. So let me screenshot this because I don't want to show everything. So are you done with being on the moon now? Is that you're back to reality, or is
Yeah,
that
guys, I know it look fake is because it is fake, all of it. Talk to you on Wednesday.
kill me?
Yeah, if you believe that, man, I got a Vulcan node to sell you.
You're
Bad joke. Too
you're
soon.
trying to be
Too soon for
you're
that.
trying to be so nice though, aren't you? You're just
Oh
trying
yeah,
to
yeah.
be.
Of course, man. Of
Oh,
course.
here we go. I guess I'll read this one off for us. I think this is it. All right, so take that off so we can see.
Oh,
So
my
Nick
bad.
says a update September 4th. Wishing everyone in the Vitruveo community a great Labor Day. There is a ton of activity going on behind the scenes. Here are the highlights. Protocol changes for result based rebasing also wrapped. Once code is complete, hand over to DevOps for deploying to new DevNet and TestNet. See, I hate I hate to bring this up, but like that phrase right there, I have I he's talking about the blockchain, right? Because I
Yeah.
have no idea what dev a protocol. I would assume that's in the blockchain, but when he talks DevOps for deploying to DevNet and TestNet, what what are you talking about?
So DevNet and then TestNet. TestNet is where we were supposed to be right now. You know,
Okay,
TestNet, the
so
blockchain is
that's
act.
where we're gonna test that. And the
Yeah,
DevNet, does that mean developers
yeah, developers
network?
network. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
Yeah, and which is before the test, right? So the developers get together, they do their thing, and then it moves over to testnet. To my understanding, based on this, and then from testnet go to mainnet, right? Well, there's a couple in betweens, but there, well, one or two, but yeah. So the point is, if we get to testnet, the blockchain's live. It's just not main. It's not public,
mhm.
right? There's no real transactions. But yeah, it's good. I mean, he's laying it out, what the plan is. So now let's execute on it, right? And at least he's giving us a little bit more granular, a little granular like type approach to this. Not just
Right.
saying, testnet, it's here or it's going to be here in 6 weeks. Because at the end of the day, we do know that there are those in the communities, in the Brew Discord, and other Discords they're watching everything. There ain't gonna be no funny business going on. Especially on the development side. So, this just be honest. Team, Nick, guys, just be honest. Because if
Yeah.
you're not, they will call you out on it, all right? And then it's just
Yeah.
it's unnecessary. So, not that you're not being honest, but I'm just saying, just give it to us straight. If it ain't ready, it ain't ready. Stop with the hopium crap. Let it. I don't need a hard date. I just need to know that there is a date.
Yeah.
And we're working towards it. That's all. But
Yeah, I mean that's all we can ask for and everything. But I think that he keeps up with these updates and keeps the community involved. I think that the confidence will grow. But let me keep going on here. Fractional General Counsel is working on researching legal parameters for boosters. We won't do any sale until there's a legal green light. Also working on incorporation strategy and DAO contractor agreements. All right.
okay.
I worked on the first draft of the protocol and platform architecture for creator centric features. I'll review with the team tomorrow, incorporate their feedback, and then present to the community for feedback in an AMA on Wednesday. So that's it's
Yeah.
kind of coincides with what we set up.
Okay.
This is a plan with very broad scope and touches on just about every aspect of the business. It's important to get this right. AMA details to be posted in event updates, which I don't know. I put it in there. I put it's not in there. And that's and I don't know. All right, I'll send this off to them to put it in there. But I sent them all the details, but it's not posted in the event updates. So we'll get it there. But you guys know it's a live that we're scheduling, like with the YouTubers and stuff like that. So let's see. Speaking of AMAs, I will continue to do AMAs and also start scheduling some with other team members so you can meet them and say hi. Regarding AMAs, one thing to keep in mind is that not everyone is comfortable going in front of a camera and an audience. Someone might be the best at what they do, but gets stage fright. 73% of people report that it's their number one fear. We'll experiment with it and see how it goes. We'll start meetings with council and team leads this week. Our plan is to provide minutes updates after each meeting. We're a little behind on the DAO governance because of all the high priority tasks we are facing, but not to worry. We'll play catch up and get basic policies and procedures in place before the month is up. Revised incentive plan for validators and backers with inclusion of additional tokens in progress, 80% complete. Follow-on activities related to rebranding, brand positioning statements, key messaging, and other marketing basics in progress. Discord changes are just getting started. More in the minor changes area to come. Please make sure to be familiarized with our updated rules. Onwards, let's go Vitruveo. So that's his update from earlier today.
A lot of stuff there.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's a lot of. I think people like that though, because the thing that I like is I like putting that in there, and let me. I gotta take care of some business here. Could you let me take care of this real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'll bring up a comment right at me. So Moki says, "We did it. We did. Is it real with you?" I'm assuming they're talking about the moon landing. That's Wednesday's Moki, but I'll bite. No, I don't believe we went to the moon. All right, I'm subscribed now. You know, for those that want to be subscribed to me, I just don't. There's just extraordinary proof, or I'm sorry, extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof, and I've looked into this thing for 10 years now, and I've just every time I try to find the truth, I find out that there's just more lies, and so no, I don't believe we went, and I certainly don't believe India went. I just don't. I mean, sorry if that hurts your feelings, but facts don't care about your feelings. Just joking. There, I know I just poked the bear. You know, someone's gonna come at me, but it's all good. I like these types of conversations because I want you to, there's a guy out there. Well, he's doing it for different reasons, but I would say I'll give away 1 Bitcoin if somebody can prove to me we went to the moon. And all of a sudden, someone will be like sending me all kinds of someone will send me a damn moon rock, right? So we don't want to do that, right? Because it's probably worth more than a Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin. What's going on in Hawaii? 420 in Hawaii. What's up, Slumdog? All right. Oh, Gus says that, what's up, Gus? He says that he had a brain tumor 2 years ago, and it definitely changed my outlook in life. Money, properties, cars, etc. are just stuff that come and go. Spending time with your family and friends are priceless. Gus, man, you are 1,000%. I've been very fortunate. I'm 46 years old. I haven't had any major health issues. I've been relatively healthy my entire life. My mom, not so much. My mom suffered from lung cancer. She's recovered, but her quality of life is not what it once was. And if you guys have been watching me for a bit, my dad fell ill about 4 or 5 months ago, and I've been caring for him. He's now staying with me. He's 77 years old. He's my, he's my rock. I mean, I'm sure most of you that can say the same thing about your fathers, right? Or if not all, hopefully. But yeah, to see my rock just begin to crumble into clay right before your eyes, it was very, very put things into perspective for me. But I've been caring for him the last few months. I haven't lived with my dad since I was 18 years old. Now he's living with me, and I'm caring for him. My wife, and my daughter comes and helps to care for him. We are nursing him back to health. But I'll tell you this. I've been so busy the last few years, and I would talk to my dad weekly. He would call me. We had conversations. I'd go see him once or twice a month, at his house. But you get busy with life, and then finally, when he had gotten sick, everything stopped for me. Everything stopped. Nothing mattered. Nothing. My business, work. I would even say all my money. Nothing mattered anymore. I wasn't. Who cares? My dad's important, and that's the way it should be, right? But I remember my life stopped, and I brought him to come back and live with me. And I haven't lived with him since I was 18. Now at 46, I appreciate every moment I have with him now. And yes, I'm waiting on him hand and foot. All he needs now is a little bell, because if he had one, you'd be hearing it right now. He'd be asking for ice cream or something, but he's always wanting something. But you know, just the fact that he even needs me, is a good thing for me. It gives me purpose, because he's done everything for me. I wouldn't even be where I am if it wasn't for him, for my dad, and my mom, right? And so this is what we do. We have children to, well, hopefully one day take care of us when we need them. And I'm just very fortunate and blessed that I'm able to be there for my dad. So to Gus, you're absolutely right. That's where it's all, man. It's all about, that's where it is. The family and the friends, they're priceless, man. They really are. So thanks for sharing that with me, or with us. And sorry I went off on a tangent, guys, but that's what it's all about, guys. That's what it's really all about, right? It's all about family and friends, relationships. Me hanging out here with Chris Cruz, and NR Legend and Greek and all the other guys, Fowler, and Confirmant, and Odin Auto, some people that I've gotten to know over the last year and a half. These are my friends. I mean, it's weird, the bond that you develop, and you even with some of you guys that out there that you guys don't get to see in live, that we've actually friended in Discord. You have my cell phone number, and we've become friends, and it's amazing, because I know that it's weird, because everybody being an individual. There's some of you out there that I know I can message, and you'll get if I have something on my mind, you'll get it. And then there are others who are like, you don't even care what I'm talking about. But point is that friends it's lonely out there without people to share your life experience with, man. So find somebody, find a community, find a group, find a friend, find some common ground with somebody, because life's too short, man, to go at it alone, right? Just like my shirt here. It's much too dangerous to go at this alone. Take this,
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. But
hey, I wanted to tell you, I remembered something. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
There you go. No, I'm good. I'm done.
So I remembered a story, and I kept forgetting about this. But I had a I got a buddy of mine that I was in the military with, and this guy, he's a great guy, just a fantastic guy, right? His name was Tony Rossetti, right? He's Italian. I mean,
I can tell by the way he said his name, Tony Rossetti.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah, and he had a Italian accent a little bit.
Oh, like okay, like you knew he was Italian.
Yeah, he just had a little bit. He'd say a few things, and you were like, "Oh, there's the Italian right there." And great guy, hard worker, man. We chew a lot of ground together, man. He's just a phenomenal person. He was shorter. I didn't really notice it. He was shorter than I was, but he seemed to be shorter than a lot of people. But he's such a great guy. No one ever even thought twice about it. Shorter guy, Italian, right? Guess where he grew up, was raised and grew up in, and every once in a while you get a little bit of Italian and you get a little bit of this accent, and it would throw you way off. Houston, Texas. He was raised in Houston, Texas. He was a redneck cowboy
Oh, was he?
Italian.
Was he? Oh, there you go. Oh man,
I was like, and some of the things
I
he'd say
dated
is
an
I would be like,
Italian in high
I don't
school,
even
and
know. I don't know if that's like a Southern accent or an Italian accent or what, but he'd mix them
do I?
together and you'd just be like,
Well,
buddy,
let me
what
ask
are
you a
you
question. I
talking?
mean, I'm obviously from Texas. I'm from
Yeah.
Houston. I mean, born in Houston, born and raised. I live in North Houston now, north of Houston. But do I have a Southern accent? Are there things that I say that sound like I'm from
No,
Texas?
I don't notice it with you that much at
Okay,
all.
okay.
I mean, actually, I think that it's more along the lines of if you go to like a local town near me, you there'll be people that have like Southern accents, and I think it's more. I don't know because there are people that I've run across that live close to me, and I wouldn't consider me in the South, but they
You
got an
you you
accent.
s- you sound like you're from. You could be from Texas. Honestly, you don't have any sort of swang or slang in your dialect
Yeah,
here. I mean, you know what I mean? Like you're from New York or get over here. Some crap like
yeah.
that.
Forget about it,
Yeah, forget about tough guy crap. And
tough guy.
or the Californian. Oh my God, Karen. Nothing like that. You actually sound like you could be. I don't know, middle America, I guess, and you kind of are, I guess. Well, right on the skirts of it, right? But then at the same time, I do run into being from Texas. I'll run into somebody from the South, and God dang, I'm like, dude, where are you from? They're like, I'm from Beaumont, Beaumont, Texas. I'm like, bro, that's like an hour from me. Where do you get? It's like a different world, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's but I'm telling you, he's just a great guy. And man, did he love the bass fish? Did he? He
Oh
would.
man, yeah, yeah.
He
We love
he.
some fishing out here, man.
Yeah, me and another buddy of mine, Steve Bell, the three of us go out to this grassy pond lake that was close by our base, man, and we go out there and fish all day long, man. And Tony, he got two really really nice big bass one time. He had them stuffed and everything. They called them Boudreaux and Bocephus.
Bocephus,
Yeah,
Boudreaux.
they're big old things that they were
Man,
sitting like on the
I
coffee
love
table.
fishing, man. My mom loves to fish.
Mhm.
And she's the one that taught me to fish. Believe it or not, my mom taught me to fish. My dad, not so much.
Now let me
Um,
ask you a question. This
mhm.
is just a personal thing. Hey, what's going on, Fowler?
What's up, Fowler?
Yeah, what's going on, guy?
So when you fish, do you like to fish like do you like to fish off like a dock or the bank, or do you like to be on a boat fishing?
I love a boat,
Yes.
but not having the resources growing up. My mom would take me to a dock or off a bank. So but I hate the dock. I prefer, even though you go out into the water a little further, but
Mhm.
I prefer. And usually the docks are just crammed. People are like you're like kind of elbow to elbow. At least where we would go. But banks are fine as well, depending if you had a good place, to fish. But I prefer a boat. Yeah, I would say this. I was never as successful in a boat as I was off a bank, and
Mhm.
it's even today. But I just love being on the boat, man.
Yeah.
It's you, the water, and it's not
Yep.
really even about catching the fish. It's about that, I mean, you know what? I can't get nowhere in a hurry, so you know what? I'm gonna
Yeah.
enjoy this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's life, man. It's life.
Yeah. A boat to me is just life, dude. That's it's I mean, it's half the experience on a dock, you know. I
Some
guess if you
life.
just want to just toss a line down or whatever,
Yeah,
and
and catch something. You're trying to catch. You'll catch something on a dock. Don't get me wrong. And it's
right.
usually, there's some docks out here in Galveston or a couple places here in I think South Houston area where you pay. I don't know. Back in the day, I haven't been on a dock in years, but you can pay probably $5 to walk on the dock. You're gonna walk off with some fish. I mean, at the end of the day.
Yeah, but that's the only issue that I have with the dockfish. To me, it's always been like I just thought that they weren't. I just think I work better for it, and you get fish that are isolated when you're on a boat because they're like way, they're far away from like the general public and stuff, and you know, some of the fish that hang around the docks, like I'm not a big fan. I'm like, well, those are toss them back, but
Yeah, it's awesome back.
and
Now
honestly,
deep sea fishing. Oh man, that ain't nothing like that,
oh
bro.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
catching
that's
some
a different story
kingfish, yeah,
then.
some snapper, some reds. God dang,
And I
catching a
remember
shark.
everywhere I went for like years, I had lemon pepper with me. or wherever.
Lemon pepper. There you go.
You put that on any fish you
Any
ever
fish, dude.
had, and you're good to go.
Good to go, man. No, you're right,
That's what
dude.
us rednecks do, man. We just
Well, no,
we
no,
got our
that's a
thing.
human thing, man. Come on, you can't have that one, all right? I know rednecks got some food, man. I mean, but you got some stuff that you guys can cook. I grew up because my mom taught me to fish. My mom taught me to my mom loved to camp and all that stuff. My dad was, was an engineer. He's in the office. Didn't really have much. He didn't really do anything
Right.
other than go to work and draw a map and stuff like that. And my mom was like, "Hey, let's go out." She would take me she would take me camping, hit the rivers and all that stuff. So she's the one that taught me all that stuff, and because she loves it. But we grew. With that being said, I grew up. When I grew, I remember some of my best friends growing up in middle and elementary. I didn't really know really realize what a redneck was. To me, they were just my friends.
It's you.
It was it wasn't until I got into high school that they were being called rednecks. You know what I mean? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Some of my best friends. In fact, I think they live out. His name is David. He moved out to, I believe, North Carolina. And I see him on Facebook. Man, he's just the same the way we were as kids. I mean, he'd be running through the bayous barefooted. On broken glass on purpose. Like he didn't care. And I'm like, bro, I mean, never had a Band-Aid in his life. Tough guy, man. Redneck.
Shake
dude.
it off, man.
Shake it off, man. Oh man, just grab some mud, put some mud on it, man. It's good, But anyways, I learned a lot from those guys, man. I learned that if you stick it in the dirt, it's gonna get dirty. That's what I learned from those guys.
Exactly.
That's an inside joke, but what's up, fella? What's going on, buddy? How you doing, man?
Not much, guys. What's up, you guys? Talk about lemon pepper fish, man. Got me hungry
yeah.
now.
Hell yeah, man.
And I guess I would update it now to Slumdog Millionaire, man, because garlic and herb, brother. I'm telling you.
You do some fishing there, Fowler?
No, I'm not a fish. I want to learn how to fish one day.
You need to learn, man. You may need it one day, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody that learns how to
it's
fish,
relaxing, man. It's relaxing.
anybody
right
that
here.
learns how to fish, man, they just fish all the time after that. It's like
Yeah, it gets addicting, man. It really does. If you're taught right and you go to the right place, it is. If it gets, because it's not complicated at all, man. You ain't got to have the most expensive reel or rod or like that. It's just a matter of it's just the fundamentals, but it's about where you go and when you go, and who's showing you really. If they make it, it's like it's rushed and too complicated. It's like, whoa, hey man, I got enough stress in my life. You know what I mean?
man, I was fishing so much at one time when my kids were real little. I had car seats in my Suburban, all that kind of stuff, and have room for them. But I bought these things at maybe it was Dick's or something. I don't know where it was, Bass Pro or something.
Mhm.
That they went across the roof, the roof inside the Suburban from one side to the other, and they like latched on to. I think the handles, like when you get up in the Suburban, like when you got a handle right by the door.
Oh
you
yeah,
pull
yeah,
up.
yeah, right here. But
So
you're talking
it
about
would
they
go-
had like a rail, or like a bar or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, it would go across to each one of them in the passenger seats and in the far back. And dude, I had 5 fishing poles up there in the roof,
All the time,
right
huh?
above the kids' heads, man. And then
Into the-
and whenever I drop them
wait.
off or I have free time, there's a couple lakes that are close by, and I just go by there early in the morning, sunrise, and just fish
Yeah,
for
dude, it's-
an hour or so. And the
Dude,
kids
it's just
all be
nothing
like,
like it, man.
yeah. And I mean, I had to find my peace when I could because I had to take the kids everywhere and all that. So
Yeah.
it was
Oh
all,
yeah,
it
man.
was tough, but it was. I mean, I was even so bad at it that, I mean, I had literally fishing poles in my truck. People get in and be like, "What the?"
Well, where I live in the Woodlands area here in North Houston, there's Lake Woodlands, there's Lake Conroe. And the problem with that is, for me going fishing out there, is everyone's freaking right. It's more people, like at least in Lake Woodlands, they're doing the what do you call it, paddle boating, and everybody's doing that crap. So there's not really, I mean, there are some places to bank off and fish. It's a man-made lake, obviously. So then I go up to Conroe, Lake Conroe, which is much bigger. I think it's bigger. Yeah, it's definitely bigger. Definitely in some places, but it's hard to get in those places because they're kind of it's just a lot of access isn't very isn't that easy. But there's people having parties on boats. You know, one of my buddies, man, he's always on his boat out there, and it's like, dude, you're pissing off the fish, dude. You know, but so then I got to go to Galveston, right? And it's like, don't go to Galveston. But point is, where I live, there's not really like a place I can just go. It's gonna be a drive for me, 2 hours just to go and fish for a few hours, right? And if I can, 2 hours, and then and it got really at that point it got to where like, man, I got to make a day of it. I got to take a day off to be able to do something like that. Where I used to be like you, Chris, I could just kind of pull off somewhere, and when my kids were younger, I could simply do that. I didn't carry all the all the poles in the truck or anything like that. But I had a buddy of mine that he owned a lake house, and I'd go out to his house and just pull up,
nice.
and he'd have a cup of coffee for me. We'd be on his dock, boom, but it was his piece of the lake. You know what I mean? Man, I was like, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. This is my bucket list, and I kind of lost sight of that. I could have had that, and I just kind of lost sight of it.
I'm real close to that, man. I am real close to that.
Yeah, get it, man. Dude,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's good. That's good stuff, man. All right, so, but that's enough about fishing, because we can start talking about that all day long. But
Yeah, well, people start being like, man, they're talking, this is a fishing show? There's crypto.
it is. We're fishing for crypto, man. So,
Well, I guess we've branched off into NFTs, Fowler. What you got going on with
yeah,
NFTs?
man, what's going on with those NFTs?
Hey man, I got a legendary here. We could raffle off. We could raffle off one tonight. I got one. It's
Maybe I'll win this one, man. Let's try it. I mean, what have I got to lose? But everything else.
Let me get my wallet together.
Yeah, let me get my wallet together, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be one to want to win. That's for sure. It's gonna be
It better
different.
not be one. It better not be one of those ones that I like a lot, because I'm getting upset with you. But
No, this one's one you've never seen. This is gonna be,
even better.
this is something you've never seen. So this is gonna be new for everybody. It's gonna be dope because it's definitely different. It's different. So this is gonna be a treat. So just give me a second. I'm still kind of doing the finishing touches on the NFT itself, and we'll have it ready in a hot second.
Cool. I have my wife ringing me my one of my wallets here, so one of my keystones, so that way I can get into this one hopefully.
Yeah, man. Pride is not gonna be here. He already won one. Finally.
Oh, he did. Finally won one.
Yeah, he won yesterday, man.
Only cost him $500, man.
Did you see this Sky High stuff, man, out on his new pontoon boat, man?
What? Did he send you something?
No, he's Moki's talking about Sky High being out there.
He's
He
on a
went
pontoon?
down to the coast this weekend on his new pontoon boat.
Nice.
I don't think he sent me a picture of it. I don't remember. I know him talking about it and what he was planning on doing. He sent me a text yesterday or the day before. He sent me a text. It was all gibberish, and I replied back and said, "What?" And he said, "Oh, my bad. My phone was going off or something."
It's all gibberish.
He
Like
said
literally,
something
he
about-
like literally spelled out gibberish. That'd be funny.
No, it said, I'm gonna tell you right now. He's probably gonna see this and be like, "Yeah, don't be talking about what I sent you." I'll be like, "Whatever." I'm gonna say it anyway. But he said something about utility. What's he say here? He says, "Utilities ugly, blah 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 blah." I said, "What?" And he said, "Sorry, phone turned on in my pocket, sending its own messages."
Right.
Chris, come save me! Come save me from Sky High.
That's funny. Utility. He's like, Bell South will change the world. It's like,
Yeah.
I think they've already done that, bro.
So that's fun. That's fun. Oh, the bush burn fishing in the Carolinas. Heck yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd like to do that.
You ever gone fishing like in the Everglades or anything? Do they fish in the Everglades or do they just stay out of there in Florida? I know Jocko's like, there's alligators everywhere.
Yeah, dude. I
How
don't know.
many times has he told us stories about alligators?
Dude, bro.
Dude.
I saw
Man,
a
you
guy
know-
get his. Well, I didn't see him get his hand bit off, but we heard about it. I was at a little league park. There was like a reservoir right across the street, Not supposed to be fishing out there off the bank, man. Went to reach in and pull his pole out, and some alligator popped up and took his hand off of him like that, man. Crazy, dangerous.
Fowler, what do we got? You got the link and everything? I think I got the link.
Hold up, Fowler. Let me go grab my wallet. My wife's she's gonna be a minute. I'll be right back.
She's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you can pull up the link. I'm loading it up right now as we speak. Loading the
I put it in
NFT
the
up.
chat so people can go there and check it out. So
There we go. Loading it up now.
what's well, you don't fish much, but I think the best fishing that I've ever had was probably in Georgia. I know deep sea fishing's pretty fun and everything like that, but man, my Georgia time out there was pretty good. Oh, is this is it? Why didn't you just put it on your screen and share your screen?
Oh, where's it at? Oh, it's showing on my. Oh, that's not where I want to put it.
Yeah, it's showing on your
Yeah,
thing.
I didn't want to put it there. I want to put it here.
Yeah, we were watching you the whole time behind the scenes doing that.
Boom.
You got it? Oh, there it is. All right.
There we go. As our legendary of the day. I wonder if it looks better if I turn off the black screen. No, it's about the same thing.
Yeah. I heard that you don't cook that right, man. You messed that up.
Oh, bro, you got Sailor Moon up in the house. That's what I'm talking about.
Gus Navarro says here in Central Florida, gators and black bears are a normal thing. Man, I was down there in Fort Walton Beach, visiting my daughters a couple years back, and they got their trash cans, right? And they got like bungee cords on them to keep them shut and everything, like little chain things and stuff. And man, we walk out the front door, and there is a bear like working hard to get the trash can open. I'm like, hey man, he's like 10 feet away. I'm like, all right, let's all just go back inside.
Yeah. What I mean, what do you do? Like, okay.
Yeah, he's like, he looks over and he's like, I don't even care about you people. I want what's in this trash can.
Yeah, dude. Nah, man. I don't mess with bears, man.
Let's see, went out 3 miles in the Gulf and caught the out of kingfish. There you go. Oh, and Moogie's like, do they taste good? The gators.
Actually,
people eat
gator does taste. Yeah, it does taste good. It tastes like chicken. It's actually pretty good.
Really? Everybody says that, but I'm telling you right now, I had rattlesnake before, and it tastes just like chicken.
Yeah, it does. It does. I think I had
You've
more.
had rattlesnake? Man.
I've had rattlesnake, but in my head, I'm like, it's still a snake, So you just you're like, no, it tastes like snake. Well, it's like the point is, I don't even know what a snake tastes like because I've never had one before. So I'm like, it tastes like chicken, but it does taste like chicken. It all really depends on who prepares it, really.
Doesn't everything taste like chicken? I mean, seriously, like every conversation I've ever had, someone's like, "Oh man, you'll love it. It tastes like chicken." Be like, really? Everything tastes like chicken.
You know what doesn't taste like chicken? Turkey. I'm just
Turkey.
I'm just saying.
You know what? You know what doesn't taste like chicken? Beef.
Beef. Yeah, bro.
A steak, man.
Filet
You can't
mignon,
do it
man.
with steak.
Filet mignon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Melts in your mouth.
All
Where's
right,
that
what do
link
we
for
got
the,
here,
where's that
Fowler?
link for this raffle out? There it is.
I put it in our chat, so you should have it in there.
Oh, okay. Let me go there real quick.
Yeah, we'll probably go to top of the hour, 10. Be good. I only got one, so it's not like I got multiples.
That's pretty cool how the sky's moving and everything like that.
Oh yeah, I was like, man, let me give it something different. Let me get some different. Let me get some sky moving. There we go.
Sky Weaver. That's cool. That is very, very cool.
And plus, I'm excited, man. I'm ready to get these packs out this week. Possibly going to be tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. I want to get this over. I'm about to pull the after we get off this live tonight. I'm pulling down the NFTs that's on the marketplace, and those are gonna get burned up. So it's gonna be all on packs. And then the marketplace is pretty much what you're gonna see on there is whoever lists. So when you see the NFTs listed on the marketplace, you already know that's the holders that's gonna be putting those out there.
Yeah. Robert talks about family's everything. I have 2 cancers myself, prostate and Hodgkin's lymphoma. I put everything on the back burner to be and support Don. Now there's a void in my life, truly hard to move on. He also says, sorry, but I need to vent. Yeah, it's Robert, man. Don't apologize for that. Keep them coming, man. We'll sit here this whole night talking to you about anything that you want to talk about. I didn't know that you had seen that before, Kryptonian. I scrolled
No,
up there
I
and I
didn't
saw
see
a
it.
few of
Sorry,
his.
man, I missed it.
Did you see that the message from Gus? Did you bring up this one? You had this one starred.
Yeah, I was talking about that one earlier. Yeah,
Okay.
my bad. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot to unstart. I'm trying to. I think I got this NFT here. Let me make sure I'm in there. Yep, I'm in there.
Ours
All right.
Disla says, Gus. what
God,
part
who
of
in the
Central
hell
Florida-
got 7 entries?
I know.
Who in the
I just
hell
do.
got 7 entries? That's not cool, man.
I'm telling you,
Can't-
man.
You can't be doing that. It's not fair.
These guys, man, they just come in. They come swooping right in, tearing it
Man.
up, man.
It's all good. You know what? I'm using my.
That's fine. Oh, Tina Paltea, man, she's in here. Me won it.
Yeah. Oh boy.
She's already got one too, isn't she? She's
Yeah.
man. She's out there. You gotta be
She's-
watching her, man.
She
She's all quiet. She's in the
Yeah.
chat real quiet. She's like, "Yeah, hi guys, I'm here."
Yeah. All right, there we go. I'm using my the only droid I will ever own in my life. Okay, for one of my wallets here. This is the Motorola Razr. We talked about this in chat, I think. It's a flip, pretty cool. But that's all.
it's that one. Yeah,
it's that
I remember that phone. That's pretty
Yeah.
dope phone.
Yeah, it's nice. It's real nice. It definitely takes me back when I used to actually carry this phone. I think you were still just a twinkle in your father's eye, Fowler, at this time.
No,
but
no, I was still,
yeah,
I was around.
Nah, I know, man. I'm not that much older than you. Let me see if I can find the. For those of you guys watching, you guys might remember this. If I can find it, where it is, where it be? There it goes. Bing. So you hear it. You guys remember that sound? Bing.
Oh wow, I still got those.
Yeah, so you can take it back to this is the way it used to look whenever I used to carry this thing. I used to love this phone. Oh man, I used to love this phone. I thought I was in the cool club when I had this phone.
No,
But it's not. It's off chain. I only jump online. This is what I use for one of my wallets, one of my mini wallets. But it goes in the safe. It's probably 2 of the software wallets I have. I couldn't find my keystone. My wife's like, I know where it's at. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna freak out. I know where it's at, but I'll pull this one out.
I mean it's a good use for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's holding money.
Oh yeah.
What, Chris left?
Oh yeah. He probably. I showed him the Razor, and he probably went to go grab his. He probably went to go grab his that car phone that's in a briefcase. Look what I got.
the
The
phone.
back. The big old brick. Pull the antenna up. Yeah. Yeah, I like that one. That's a cool one. The F3 Commander's legendary.
Yeah, I mean,
Were you
Tina
ever into
already-
anime or anything?
Nah, not really. I was never like as far as like watching shows and stuff. Nah, I was never like hyped up on it. I always loved the art design. Though. I
Yeah,
always loved
I
the art
figured you love
design.
the art. Yeah, that's what I meant. I mean, you like the art though. I mean, you
Yeah.
can actually respect the art, right? I mean, appreciate it, right? Like
Yeah.
it's really it's good stuff, man. I mean, my daughter draws. I mean, most young teenagers do. You know, they start drawing Japanimation or anime, I guess. But she got into this character called Hatsune Miku, which called a Vocaloid now. It's like music and it's virtual. It's weird, but man, she got all into that stuff. So and then when we went to Japan, that's all she wanted to go do was check out that stuff. And it's funny because we're all excited about we're like, oh, Vocaloid, Japanimation, and Japanese are like, it's like, are you excited about Disney? I'm like, no. Well, there you go. Okay. Yeah, it's like Disney World to you guys, and no one cares over here about I get it.
Which one? Which one did Tina get?
Which one did she get? She got one that got. Oh, she got Sarge.
Oh,
She-
that's right. She did.
She got the Space Marine.
Crap. We had hold on, we got something for Barry. Barry says duck does not taste like chicken. You know what, Barry? What's up, brother? You're right. It does not, man. I like me some duck though. Duck is good. Duck is good.
Yeah, duck is good.
He said, and then you ruined it. Samurai Jack was the best anime. What are you talking about, dude?
Are you
That was
serious?
Cartoon Network, bro. That was Cartoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys remember that movie, Big Trouble in Little China? Kurt
Oh
Russell?
yeah.
Dude, that's one of my favorite movies. Man, miss the 80s.
All
Yeah, I
right.
don't much miss the 80s and much at all.
3 more minutes,
Because
guys.
you were working. I was growing up playing. I was learning. I was buying Nintendos. I was a kid. You were raising kids. That's the difference.
I wasn't raising kids in the 80s. Well,
What were you doing?
Actually,
you
yeah,
were.
I did have my first child in the 80s.
Hey, hope she ain't listening right now. I'm sorry he didn't know. He
She
forgot.
is listening, and she's probably actually. I'm probably getting a phone call in just a minute.
Yeah.
They what was I thinking? And back then, man, it was music. They weren't really in video games. I mean, they were starting to come around and everything like that. But the '80s was music, man. It was
Music
people
age, I
had
guess.
Walkmans, and they had like.
I remember Walkmans. Yeah.
I remember being out in the farm working and having one of those Walkmans and having those headphones, those orange headphone things on, and just sitting there like, and they'd always fall off and like it'd break them, and then the tape would get all chewed up, and you'd have to spin it back in and all that.
I'm sorry, Chris, but when I think of you in the 80s, all I can imagine is you as Kevin Bacon in the movie Footloose.
Oh, here you go. Oh,
To
you know
me-
what? I'm gonna show you.
That's your
something.
80s, bro.
Let me find it. You're gonna be like, oh my god, this is me in the 80s. I'm gonna show you a picture of me.
You better not have no freaking like cut off shorts, wearing tube socks, and a rainbow
you'd be
shirt.
like, you might be like, no, that ain't you. Let me see where I can find this thing at. Yeah, Fowler. I'm gonna bring it up. We'll have to wait till after Fowler's done with his, and I'll bring it up. Hopefully, I find it by then. But yeah, yeah, you're gonna be like, oh my lord. Yeah, there it is.
Where did you find it?
Yeah, I found it.
Yeah, I remember that Slim Dog, that pencil. Boy, it saved that tape
Yeah,
quickly.
but if you're out in the farm and that happens to tape, you ain't got a pencil on you, man. You got to have your fingernails in there, and you got to like
That's true.
twist it, and it's like
I mean,
by the time you're done, your fingernails are
you can break
raw.
a twig off a tree. There's certainly a tree somewhere around there. Certainly. And I know you had a pocket knife. All you rednecks did. You couldn't
Well,
make a pencil.
we had the paring knives. We had those. You put it in there, but that's the only
Yeah.
problem is you do it too much. You cut off the little plastic, the
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You break it
little
off.
things
Yeah.
that catch, and if you use that knife, it'll cut it right off.
So here's the thing about the 80s and cassette tapes. Obviously, I was a kid in the 80s. I really grew up. I was a teenager, young teenager into adulthood in the 90s. And so for us, cassette tapes were mixtapes, right? So we had like, we were hitting the clubs and everything, and then it went into CDs and mini discs. But I had my play with some cassettes, I mean, and then when of course we got CDs, I'm like, cassettes suck, I was like, why would you even have that, But yeah, I've made a couple of mixtapes in my day, I remember those days.
Yeah, I remember.
Recorded high def.
You know what? You know what I did when I was I came home on leave before I went to the Persian Gulf. I went to the store and I got a bunch of cassette tapes, like a pack of 10 Memorex ones or something like that. And I took them and put them on my stereo when I was at home, and I recorded
You
the
said
radio for
Oh,
like
really? Okay.
an hour, and like it would just go and then it would stop, and then I'd flip it over and do side B, and then just record the radio. And I did that on all 10 of the cassettes. So when I went to the Persian Gulf, we had the old cassette players. They weren't radios. They were just like, how they use in schools, at the square, like rectangle one that would sit on a desk.
Yeah.
We had those, and I would just put them in, put a tape in, and I'd just play it, and it'd be like I'm listening to the radio station back home.
Yeah, you can hear the commercials and everything, and
Yeah, and it would
pretty cool.
be
That's
nice.
pretty cool.
It would
That's
be
pretty
good.
cool.
Well,
That's
I
a cool
think
way to take home with you, I think, in a sense.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And the funny part about it is I had like 10 of them, and there's like 30 minutes on one side, or it might have been 45 minutes. No, I think it was 45 minutes. Maybe
Dang,
30.
baller.
30 on either side, and I had 10 of them. I sold 5 of them for like beer rations.
Damn. Damn,
It's like
bro.
drinking beer. And that beer was terrible.
I'll give you that. You want FM or AM? You want, and you're like, I don't know. Do you want Miller or you want Bud Light? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and no, we didn't have that back then. It was literally listen, the beer we had back then, it said beer on it. And it reminded me of in The Simpsons when they drink their beer.
Yeah,
and it's like Duff beer or whatever it is.
Duff
It's like
beer. It's a beer.
it was just called beer. And there was no
That's
place
so-
where it was made, so it wasn't like Anheuser-Busch and they just named it beer. It was beer. And we'd open it up and be like, I'm not sure, man, but let's drink it.
Hey, Rich. Rich has a question for you there, fella. He says, "Do you draw the NFTs at first? Are you doing conceptual?"
No, I don't do any conceptual. It's all rendered. I do the post. Everything VFX is done post render. So it's there's some editing going on, but as far as like pre render, no conceptual. It's just it's pretty much you telling it what you want to see, and then you
Gotcha.
fine tune it from there.
So you're throwing in the ideas. You kind of throwing keywords. This is and this, and bam, pop something out, and then you refine it from there. That's pretty cool.
I mean, if I needed more detail in the rendering, then I will finer tweak the descriptions and words to get the render to really pinpoint what I'm trying to get, whether it's style or color or something like that. It may be a couple more renders, but for the most part, the VFX is probably what takes the more time, because you got to kind of separate the layers from where you see it, because of course the sky doesn't come like that rendered, so you have to be able to bridge between the layers.
Gotcha.
Everything to make
So
this all happen seamlessly.
It's work, bro. I mean, I got you, man.
Yeah, work.
Yeah, it ain't like, oh, I mean, just put in girl with hair. It's like, no, you got to do it all, man. I get you. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
still work. So it's still coming from your mind. I mean, because you, at the end of the day, whenever you throw your ideas and it pops something out, you can say, squash it. I don't like it. So this is what you want to see. This isn't what it's, you're happy with this. And then obviously I guess the first rendering, and then you fine tune it from there, right?
Oh
So,
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
like this image I've had in a folder for about a week, and I really got to it last night. Again, I spent hours. I'll spend hours on the rendering, easy. Then
Yeah.
after that, I'm gonna take a couple more hours on the editing portion, because most of the times I'm never satisfied with what I got the first time. I want to
Yeah.
see something a little bit
Yeah.
better, or I
Well,
think this
he's
effect
definitely an artist, bro.
I think this effect is better than others and stuff like that. So it comes to a point where sometimes I'm scrapping it because I think I can see it be better. And that's hard, because every single time I render, every time I edit, I'm like, oh, you know what, man? If I add this is gonna set it off, And then
Yeah.
sometimes I might overdo it, right? Sometimes I have to be like, wait, that's too much. That's way too much. Somebody's gonna have a seizure, epileptic seizure, or something if they look at this too long. So
Yeah. You gotta
that
bring it
stuff
up.
comes. Yeah.
Cool. That's good. Well, I appreciate the insight. I had an idea. That's kind of what you did, or how your approach was, but I appreciate you breaking it down. But I know it isn't. I mean, like the dragons that you did, or God dang, dude. I mean, that was just so much work. I know
Which
you put
one?
time.
Which
Like
one?
well, I saw the one was yesterday you raffled off, or the one before. You've done
Rick
two of them. You've done two of them.
Rickness had one that had like a different art style, and it
Hmm.
was like it was a sky serpent, so it was like literally in the clouds. And
Yeah,
then
I
there
think that's the
was
one I saw. Yeah,
yeah,
this one looked really aggressive, dude. It was huge, right? Is that the one? Because you
yeah.
had
See,
two of them.
there was one that was a crystal. That's the one
Yeah,
Pride
yeah.
won yesterday.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, Pride won a crystal dragon last night, and then before that was Rickness. He had the sky serpent that was in the clouds, and I think I like the sky serpent a lot better, because it's like an art style that the old Japanese art style. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Oh yeah. Slumdog said he was poor. He was poor ass, so I take my ass cassette tapes and put over them to two rectangle squares. Oh, you're that guy, huh? Recording
Yeah.
over them,
I
man.
mean, I didn't know that you take that little clip off there
Yeah.
and it make it so that you can't
Well, you wouldn't
record
take
over
it, you break it. That's what
Oh.
he's talking about. Yeah, you had to pop that tab out. It was like, pah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could do that for sure. He was that guy. Anytime I saw like a tape, well, I saw Moki. She said, he said, I'm sorry, said you've got a box of 8 tracks. Look, man, if you've got, if you got any Michael Jackson, any Bee Gees, hit me up, man. I want it. All right, I want it. Right. Price is an
You have an
object.
8-track player?
Price is an object. I'm gonna tell you that right now, huh?
You have an
No,
8-track
no,
player?
I don't. But the Bee Gees specifically. So my dad, I was probably 4 years old, 5 years old. My dad's at work. I'm home with the babysitter. My dad had this huge, well, to me it was huge, this stereo system, right, sitting on this counter. I'd get up there and I'd pop the 8-track in, and I would listen. I'd put the headphones on. I'd be listening to his 8 tracks. He had Michael Jackson, the Bee Gees, and Journey, and all these guys. And I never forget the Bee Gees. I used to love the Bee Gees. I just kept hitting, track one. I just kept replaying it, and I pressed the button too hard, and they do what they always do. It starts eating the tape. So I pulled the tape out, and it said, zip. So I'm just like, crap, So I tried to fix that tape for him. I'm a little kid. I'm thinking I'm got scissors, I remember he came home and he was just like, huh. It's like, that's all he says, like, huh. Oh well, right. I've never lived it down. I mean, he never said anything, but I felt bad, so I'd like to deliver it. Here, Dad, I got your tape back.
He's gonna be like, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. If I can even find that, in fact, probably years later, I was probably 8 years old, still had that stereo system. This is how I knew I was going to be in electronics or an IT guy, because I literally took the thing apart, thinking I could fix it. Could never put it back together. I've never taken the thing apart, and seeing all the resistors and transistors and whatever, the capacitors. I was just like, wow, this is amazing. It was a whole new world to me. I loved it.
All right. I think it's time to
Let's do it, man.
Shut this raffle down. Let's get it over with. Let's go. Here we go. I'm ending the raffle, guys, as we speak. Prompts.
Yeah, Rich says that he has a graphic design background. So great with most of the Adobe suite. Okay, but this new stuff is crazy. Yeah, I don't have a graphic design background, or I'm not like a degree or anything, but I do have. I did. Well, I guess I do. I took a couple of certifications in Adobe, whatever. But yeah, I can do Adobe, do circles with Adobe. But the new stuff you're doing, Fowler, I mean, I don't even got the time for that crap, man. You know, I don't.
Look, the Slumdog Millionaire is like, man, it took you 40 years to get.
Oh, to get him the tape. I just remembered, bro. I just remembered, dude. We talking about. I think that's what he was talking about, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, I know I'm earlier. I was talking about how my dad was sick. Now I'm going to bring him a dad. I feel bad now, you know. But you know, if
Your dad's like, what the hell are you talking about?
he'll probably be like, what the hell is this? He goes, I broke your tape. You did? I thought your brother did. Yeah. I mean, I felt bad for him, so I'm replacing it. You know.
Yeah, you're gonna tell
I
him,
used to break
you know.
everything, man. He'd buy a new VCR, I'd break it. You know, I'd always try to take it apart. DVD player, I'd break it. I was always messing stuff up, man. Thinking I could fix it. You
Is
know?
your brother older than you?
No, he's my younger brother.
Oh
By a
man,
year and a half. Yeah.
that's good too, man. You could really
Oh, I used to
blame
blame everything on him. It was all his
Oh,
fault.
man.
Yeah, he used to get pissed, you know. And then one day he kind of realized that he learned what alibis were, you know. And it never happened again. I never accused him of anything, man. He learned the word alibi, man. And
Oh,
that's all it
shit.
took. Yeah, I wasn't there. I can prove it. What are you talking about? You know. Yeah. Yeah, let's do this raffle, man. Let's see if I won or not.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do it in the top of the hour. It's 10 after.
Yeah, yeah. He was waiting on us to stop rambling.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
bad.
I'll wait on you guys. It's cool. No, I'm just running. I'm just paying for the gas to get it transferred and
Gotcha.
do a selection and stuff. But it should be finishing up in a second. You know.
So Wednesday we should have some pretty cool updates regarding, the new blockchain. The at least what VITRUVEO or is that what it is, VITRUVEO. I'm looking forward to that community. Hopefully you guys are as well. Hopefully we can start seeing these metrics get hit, get us closer to this main net, and we go from there. I'm definitely, I would say personally excited about it because of the whole creator aspect. I was always looking for some sort of opportunity, at least for musicians. You know, my daughter's a musician. My oldest daughter's a musician. My youngest daughter, she's an artist. She paints and draws and animates and those types of things. But there's never really been a place other than like say NFTs. And Fowler has really, I've been showing her Fowler's work, and she's just like, what? Like she's just blown away. She's like, oh my, she thinks you're hand drawing this stuff, bro. I'm like, yeah. He's like, she's like, oh, I said, no. I mean, there's some rendering applications. And she's like, oh, okay. But it's more than that, right? Because I told her how this is going towards a game that you're going to be developing and, this whole ecosystem. So she sees the vision. She's super excited about it. She doesn't want to take her stuff to a game, obviously, but she does love to draw. But there was never really a place for artists to go. And then, then boom, now Nick hits the scene. It's like he wants to do this whole thing for artists. So, so I've been sharing that with her. So I'm excited. Hopefully this can be create some opportunities for my daughters to some degree. If they want to move in that, one with the drawing and then in the illustration and the other with the music. If she wants to get into, well, I think certainly, at least with music royalties and those types of things. I think blockchain technology can absolutely pull the power from the studios or the producers back into the hands of the artist where it belongs. They can actually own their music, their creation, the rights to their stuff. They've been getting ripped far too long. But so
we got the last 4 digits of the wallet who won, and the last 4 is 405A. It's an alpha.
You son of 7 entries is what you are.
405.
Congratulations.
Somebody just straight up dominated. I mean, that's what happens when it's low entries. It starts off like that. Somebody just goes in and says, oh, it's not a lot of people. I'm just dominated.
No, they dominated it right. That was a good one too. Congratulations. Just send
somebody, whoever that is, say your name. I need to know.
Yeah. If that was you, please put it in the chat.
Oh,
was-
Tina Paltea says that Sarge has a boyfriend
Wow.
Son of
or
a-
girlfriend.
I knew it was her. I didn't want to say nothing. You know what I mean?
Tina's bullying.
She's-
Tina is bullying the rap. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Man,
That's a nice one though, man. That's a really good one.
that's fine. That's fine. I'm glad she got it.
Oh,
She's got
boy.
2 now.
Yeah.
I feel like pride, man.
I had to
Yeah,
do a backroom deal to get mine.
That's all right.
Thank goodness for Rickness. I mean,
Rick is out here still sniping stuff, man.
yeah, he is.
Man.
I
Nah,
think that
Fowler made me one the other day, man. He did some Thundercat stuff for me, man. So I appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, man, you got that Thundercat. You always gonna be a winner, man. I can't
yeah.
I can't sell that. I'll go to jail.
But I can use it.
Yeah. You can use that one. Think like, where'd you get that from?
Like I don't know, just from the internet.
Some dude,
AI,
some dude.
AI.
Yeah.
some dude.
Some dude.
That's good
Oh,
stuff, man.
Tina won. Okay.
Congratulations, Tina. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Yeah, Teddy won. We lost again. Some dog. I think the music industry made bank during 8-tracks, cassette tapes, and early CDs era. Must have bought the same. I'm telling you,
Yeah, you're right,
5
man.
times.
Yep.
You know what?
Well, they didn't make
I
bank.
even
They
go-
only made they made pennies off of each album. So
I'll
unfortunately.
even say this. I bought like Van Halen, just like Van Halen. I bought all the albums. I bought all the cassettes. I bought all the CDs. I mean, I went back and got the like when the CDs came out. And then
like
I bought-
yesterday, or are you talking about
while it was going on. So when
Oh,
the
gotcha,
CDs
gotcha.
came out, I bought all
Oh.
Van Halen plus all the other ones too.
But you had already bought in the cassettes though, and you had already bought in the vinyls. Which that's cool.
Yep. And then I did the CDs, right?
Mhm.
And then I went and bought it all on Apple iTunes, right? And then I lost my iTunes account. So basically, I bought it 4 times, like all the albums of Van Halen. I have none. Now I have it on Spotify, and I play a monthly service to listen to it when I want to. And I've literally purchased
isn't-
them all repeatedly.
Isn't that sucks, man? You know, it's typically what happens to old guys.
Criminals.
But doesn't it suck though that you've had to? It's come to this where now you're paying to listen to it. You can listen to any song you want, but you don't pay that bill. You don't get access to any music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, what the freak? I remember when Apple came out with ripping CDs. If you guys remember the commercials, rip your music, whatever. And there was this big uproar and with studios, and they were kind of suing Apple and because we were ripping CDs, and ripping them through the Apple software or through when you buy a Mac, you could rip your CD, burn it to MP, the CDs to MP3, whatever. I mean, that's when then they were going online and putting them on Napster. I don't know if you guys remember that. Music was being just traded from peer to peer all over the world. Oh man, those were the days. Those were the days. You can't do that anymore because now they can just encode the music and you can get it blocked, whatever. But there's still ways around it. But I remember being able to do that. I had tons of CDs to do. I was ripping everything, man. It was weird because I was ripping CDs, and then Apple goes to Apple iTunes whenever you'd have any music in your library already, because they would combine if I wanted to take my iCloud music library and combine it with my on disk library, what Apple would say is, hey, this song that you have in your library is already in Apple Tunes. Would you like to combine it? I guess is what they would say. And I would say yes. And then it would say, hey, but you didn't pay for this. And then it would literally not let me listen to it. Like it blocked the damn song altogether. So anyways, pretty smart how they did that. But now I'm forced to, like everybody else, pay a subscription, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, I guess Chris bounced. Rich says this. He says that I'm very excited about the blockchain. I am an amateur photographer and would love to see it, to see where it would take it. And the question was really, you're an amateur photographer, and then Slumdog says, like, what, movies, porn? I mean, I'm joking. I don't think that was to him, man. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, definitely, Rich. Photography, everything. I mean, oh man, there's just I think there's just a lot of opportunity here for anybody that has a creative mind with a blockchain like this, you know. And I hope that there's just going to be plenty of opportunities for photographers, musicians, illustrators, writers. I mean, oh my God, it's going to be amazing if this thing takes off and there's a place they can go and they can actually be the masters of their own domain. You know what I mean? They actually get what they deserve. It's their work at the end of the day. It's coming from them. It's their creativity, and you know, at the end of the day, it's where it should be. It's where it has always belonged. And I think when an artist has full control over their creativity, they tend to be better creators. You know, like you know, you hear stories, especially, you know, you'll watch the true story of, I don't know, Justin Bieber or whatever, you know, some musician, whatever, years ago. You find out, I know John Mayer was actually one of the ones. I like John Mayer. When he first came out with his, you can see an evolution in these artists, like someone like a John Mayer, if you know who that is. His music that first came out when he first got started was like really poppy, you know, had pop music, like a pop sound to it. And I think the Wonderland, Your Body Was a Wonderland, I think was one of the songs that came out. And it freaking, you know, put him on the map. People loved it. But he used to he would go back and do interviews, and they would like, "Hey, with this song Wonderland, you know, it's an amazing song." He's like, "I hate that song." He goes, "I didn't want to sing that song. The producers, the studios made me sing that. That's not the style that I want." What he's doing now that he's made it, now that he has kind of more creativity over his, you know, more free reign as to what he's already made his money for the studio, so now he can do what he wants. His music's completely different now, completely different. But point is, and I like his music now more than than the first stuff that came out. But I think that's going to show true for all artists whenever they have full creativity, and there's no one forcing them. Well, you know, we'll front you some money, but you have to create this. It takes away from. It's not the same. You know what I mean? It's not the same. I don't think you're getting the same products. So, anyways, that's my take on it. And that's about it. What do you think? What do you guys think? Anything else you guys want to talk about? We've been going at this for about an hour and a half. Any questions about the blockchain, guys? Anything you guys want to see? You don't want to see? You hope to see?
I just hopefully, we just get better marketing. That's all I can hope for. Better marketing than, especially where we come from. I mean, marketing is almost non-existent if you compare it to the last guy, right? It was almost non-existent.
We had buses. And we had posters and subways in the UK. I mean, we're making it, bro. We had a race car.
Right. Next to Yazoo. What's the chocolate
Jesus.
milk?
Yahoo.
Yahoo.
You know, I think back to those days. I'm like, why would he do that? Well, it's like, hey, I'm going to take $10 million or $20 million, but I got to spend $2 on something to make it look like we're doing something. Just waste it. So he goes out and legit, he wraps cars, and you know what I mean? It's like, so it looks legit. You know what I mean? And then we as the community are like, oh my God, we got race cars. You know, we got race cars. We're going to the moon. It's like, wait, they're not the same thing, really. Anyways.
Right.
But yeah, I agree. Marketing, you know, and I've said it earlier. Marketing there's no science to it. It does work, but it's a brute force attack, and it's all about timing. I think marketing firms, they don't really have a magic wand, or they can't guarantee you anything.
Nope.
But you do have to do something. But there's a combination of things. I mean, you have to have a community, right? And then you have to have grassroots marketing. And then there's going to be placement, and it has to be, you know, it's all about the timing of it all, where the market is, you know, the priming of the placement, and then hopefully it's just all comes together. Then it pops, and then you get this rocket in the air, and then hopefully it gets up high enough for people to see it, and then the rest hopefully is history at that point, you know. But anyways,
here's the best one. This is absolutely the best comment.
When playing. Oh man, that reminds me.
Yeah, people are crazy. You so
Uh,
crazy.
I remember. Yeah, we had a plane too. We had an airline. He even tried to do that same airline crap again with Esco, didn't he?
They said
Guys,
we was gonna have an airport too.
guys, what if I told you I just signed a deal with an airport? What if I told you guys? It's like, dude, every time you say that, what if I told you? I'm like, oh God. What if I told you I just spent all the money and I'm going about to lie to you? Yeah, that's what he should have been saying.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
it is.
That's crazy.
How about the island?
Yeah. How about
Yeah,
that?
dude. My God. Hey, Chris has a question for you there, Fowler. He says, Fowler, are you considering partnering with other artists to help create more lines of NFTs?
If we do, it would be like way down the line because what we're trying to accomplish with F3 Warriors isn't necessarily. I mean, I guess we could do something. It would have to make sense, right? It would have to make sense. Maybe we find a way to do like a way to get artists off to get out there a little bit. Help the community a little bit. I can see us doing that type of like collab where we could help others. But as far as like from a the business side of F3 Warriors and Guys Gaming, uh, on that level, no, because the way this game is going to work for us is it's really we're taking what some would look at almost kind of like, man, this is like low tier, but it's really not low tier. It's the game itself is the best of it is going to be the mechanics of it. So everything that happens in the game, it's well thought out, meaning it leads to something else, and it has purpose, it has utility. That's really what we're focusing on is the mechanics of this game and how it's going to work overall in the ecosystem. Visually, it's not about the visuals, especially the NFTs. The NFTs, it's really to give people that uniqueness. I think what we're doing now, what I'm pulling off now, one, it keeps overhead low. It keeps overhead low. No debt. I don't have to worry about debt. I don't have to worry about being pressured into something. None of those things. You don't have to worry about those type of things happening in this project. And when you don't have those things happening over your project, you're able to just, come up with things, get it done, and spread it to the community. Let the community be involved. Versus, you're sitting here, you're making decisions that's really based upon the moves that you made that put a little debt over your head. And I got to take care of those. Well, then you're not really taking care of what you said you're going to take care of, right? Like the actual holders, the investors, the community, the whole, because without the investors, you can't get nowhere. You're not going to get nowhere. You're not going to get what you need done. That's why it has the whole Guys of Gaming, the F3 Warriors. It's a vision that everyone has to buy into, right? Great vision, but everyone still at the end of the day has to buy into it for it to work. So as long as the people who are helping you make it work, you do right by them, everything will be fine. But if you're worried about the debt over your head, that's not gonna work. So that's why we try to keep, partnerships and stuff, like, trying to do like outsourcing for like art and stuff. We don't really try to I don't try to outsource because if I can do it, I'll do it myself. Because those savings are gonna help the community big time. Because it's not gonna be outsourced and all the money's going towards, we have to make some NFTs, so we have to pay them. Versus, we could have had all this profit go straight to the development of this game.
There it is. I mean, that makes sense too, as well. I get why you're saying way down the line in that regard.
Yeah, I mean, there will be more lines. There will be some lines, and we will be, involving artists. It'll be more of a collaboration than it is more of like outsourcing. It's according to which one Chris is talking about. If you're talking about outsourcing, no. But if you're talking about collabing, yes.
Yeah, I think he means the collabing for sure. I mean, I would assume. Yeah, I mean, collabing. Maybe you guys come up with some crazy stuff. I mean, maybe not just in the design, but more in the, what the utility is going to be right down the road. And that's probably what you're talking about down the road, right? Once you've got your thing settled, right, and it's set, then the collaboration comes, I would imagine.
Because right now it's all about the mechanics. It's all about the mechanics. Developing a project and game that, again, it's going to work out for the investors who invested early into this, who's in it. And also a game that's not necessarily based on being visual, but more or less the mechanics of the game, the actual infrastructure, sound, everything that people are interacting with, it actually leads to something. It's not just leading to a dead end. We're like, oh, well, I got all this stuff, but what does it do for me? Oh, nothing. Because when you try to take it out the game and put it on the marketplace, nobody wants to buy it. What is that going to do for you? So that's kind of like what we're really focusing on. But once we get past that, all the doors are going to be open wide.
It's all about timing, right? At the end of the day, it's timing. And it kind of points me to this comment that Rob S had, and he says Kryptonian, and this is he's responding to, I guess, my opining about the blockchain and where we are and the timing and the marketing and those things, and he says. Even the blockchain is about timing, and I agree with you. And he says we can have a great product, but the world got to be ready for it. Electric cars being around for a minute, but now is when they're catching on. Timing means a lot, and you're right. It is about is the world ready for it? It is about timing, and I truly believe that not everything is by chance. I mean, there's a lot of luck and chance that goes into things popping off in the world when things become a success. But I really do believe there are people that are involved in certain projects that it's not just the timing. It's not just it just happens. It just happens to happen. Right place, right time. I think there are things that are happening up to that moment that they prepared for the success or for it to be successful. And I hope we can get to that point, and I hope we're ready. And when we do bring it to a point where we're at mainnet, everything lines up, Rob S. And it is about timing. I agree with you 100%. And let's see what happens. I'm in it to win it, like everyone else. I have no choice. I'm invested, right? I want to see this thing pop. I really do. Not just for me and my ROI. I've always looked at this as a long time investment. I want this to be successful for the community, and now for the creators that are going to be coming over to this chain, because I think that there's definitely a need for them at the end of the day. We need a blockchain so we can make some money and get our money back. Yes, of course, we can get our return back, at least to some degree. But cool. The thing at the same time, folks, we're actually building something that we're a part of something being built. We're not building it, but we're a part of something being built. We're early investors, right? For those that are actually in need of something like this, the creators. So I think that's a good thing. They need us, we need them. I often say they need us more than we need them. Well, I think we need each other at this point, right? Which is, I don't think I've ever said that before. So I'll leave it right there. Oh my God, dude. Screenshot. Hold on. You know what? I'm not even going to screenshot it, bro. I'm going to screenshot this. I'm sorry, dude. Dude, bro. That's Chris.
That's 18, man.
Damn, you're 18. You look like a freaking. You don't look like no redneck.
Yeah. You see, look at that mullet, man.
You look like you're in a boy band, dude. Because Chris wants it that way.
You got that Patrick Swayze from
there
Red
it is,
Dawn
bro.
right
You
there.
look like nah, Roadhouse.
Roadhouse, okay.
It does. Yeah, Red Dawn, right? Yeah, dude, you look like you could have been in the movie Red Dawn, man. Yeah, is that a tail at the back of the head? Remember the tails, guys? Remember that freaking 80s?
I didn't have a tail, but I had a whole lot in the back, though. It was like,
bro,
I didn't even have a forehead back then. Now that's all I got is forehead.
Because your brain keeps popping out, man. You keep getting smarter the older you get. It's called wisdom. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
No rat tail, Richard.
I'd be like, oh, dude, this guy here, man.
This
Well,
guy.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That's
Now I've
back
got
in the
now
day.
I've got something. I've got something to meme. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Oh, you are not, dude.
No, no. I'll keep it in. I'll keep it in our private. Fowler, look for
No,
that.
you know
Fowler,
what?
look for it later, brother.
Fowler's gonna be like, man, he did it. He went and did it. Nah. I am not ashamed of any of that. I would never shame him.
well, you know,
That's
I
bad
got
look.
the.
I mean,
You know, I've got like Fowler does the NFT rendering. I do the AI the face swap videos. You know that, right? So
yeah.
I'm gonna throw your face is gonna be on something, dude. It's gonna be a
It's gonna
thing.
be
A
on, it's
movie.
gonna be on Ghost.
A ghost. Yeah. dude. He said ghost, dude. I love that movie, dude.
You guys
You-
can't
I can
listen.
just say ditto for me real quick. Just say ditto. Because that was his line, remember? I love you, Sam. Ditto. No, I think her name was Sam, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ditto.
Yeah, her name was Sam, right? What was
Yeah.
his name?
Oh,
I forgot what Patrick Swayze's name in that movie.
his name was Ghost. Oh, what was his name?
It wasn't Ghost.
Oh man. $10. Anybody can tell me what Patrick Swayze's character's name was in Ghost without googling it. Go. What was his name? What was his name?
All right, now you guys gotta show me your like high school like your
Hell no, brah. Hell no. No, I don't actually have a picture of me in high school. We didn't have iPhones back then.
You can't even for a second.
I'm not showing my phone. Hell
No.
no, man. I look like I look like a baby. I look like I'm still in diapers, man. Honestly. Was that like your graduation picture?
Well, okay, here, you know what I'm gonna do? I'll bring something else up. So you think, all right, that picture is here you go. You're gonna kick out of this. That picture is about 4 months from that picture to this picture. And you're gonna be like, what the heck happened?
Bro, now you look like a man. Before you look like a man, before you look like your sister, now you look like a man. Now you like your brother. I'm just saying,
They're like, yeah, we're gonna cut off all that mullet hair. Get outta here.
dude, you look like you're in the Air Force, right? Yep. You look.
That
You
was
look.
my basic training before
You look snooty. I'm just gonna tell you that right now,
OTS and all that. So it was quite
dude.
a,
You look like you were like from I don't know, man. It's like a World War II photo or something.
but you believe that? That's like 4 months different.
Yeah,
between that
completely
picture and
different,
this
dude.
one.
Completely different.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy how that is.
Actually, it was right. I would say his name was Sam. Ha ha.
What was his wife's name?
What was the wife's
Yeah,
name?
it was Sam. I remember her like looking up crying and Whoopi Goldberg's her holding her. And she,
That's when Whoopi Goldberg,
What was Sam?
Goldberg was funny. I don't remember after anything else, but
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
she made millions and then kind of went off the chair there. But yeah, what was her name? That was a great movie though. At the end of the day, the '80s had great movies, man. What the hell? Now we got like
Great movies.
now we ain't got nothing. Aren't they like all on strike right now? Like all the writers.
I mean, the writers are supposed
They
to
don't
be-
put a whole lot out there, dude. They don't put a whole lot out there. I mean, to me, I don't even watch like prime time anything. It's shows that are on like Netflix or Hulu or something, and I don't even watch movies, man. I spent the weekend, a couple weekends ago, watching it like 3 different movies. All sucked so bad to the point where I was like, my TV hasn't been on since then. Wow.
All right, Rich. DM me your wallet address, bro. I'll send you $10 BUSD. That's what I said I would do. I'll send you $10 BNB or BUSD, one of the two. So just DM me, bro.
Okay, so you need that BUSD, then you know it's gonna be falling down.
That guy
I better send you the BUSD. Yeah.
is that guy. Listen, the guy that plays him, that plays the banker guy, that was like the bad guy, right?
Oh yeah. His
That
friend.
guy's been in tons of things, man.
Yeah. I see him all the time. I'm like, I
Is
hate
his
that
name
guy.
like Rosen something? Or
Yeah. I knew you're talking about the actor, right? That was actually, his best friend that had him killed, right?
Right.
I see. You're right. I see him, and he's in a lot of small roles, but he's in everything pretty much. He built a pretty big career. He's definitely doing well. To have so many acting jobs, and but I see him, and I always think about, don't trust that guy. He's gonna kill you. I mean, he's always the villain, right? Hey,
no. His name is Carl Bruner in the show, and his real name is Tony Goldwyn.
Goldwyn.
Yeah. Patrick Swayze is Sam Wheat.
Yeah, Sam.
Someone say Wheaton?
Wheaton or Wheat, yeah, but it was Sam. Yeah.
It says on here Sam Wheat, and Demi Moore's, she was Molly Jensen.
Molly, that's right, Molly. Now,
Whoopi Goldberg. Listen, I forget this one, but her name was Oda Mae Brown.
Yeah, Oda Mae Brown. Yeah, Oda Mae. Yeah, that was a great role, man. She did good in that movie. I thought she was great in that movie. That's when she was funny. Have you guys? Here's a question for you guys. You guys know what this is?
Yeah, it's that robot dude, right?
Yeah, this is what's on Mars right now.
That's that movie. What was that guy?
Short Circuit, Johnny Five. No, this isn't Johnny Five. This isn't number 5. This is Rob the robot from the Nintendo, from the original Nintendo. This is a robot they gave you that I had. I remember this. But the point I'm making is this. All right, they started me off as a kid, okay, with this Nintendo robot, and then they gave me a movie called Short Circuit that looks like this. And now they're telling me there's a damn remote control car that looks like this on Mars. It's all fake, dude. It's fake. I'm saying. Yeah, but anyways, in all seriousness, hey Fowler, look, dude, this is what I can't wait till your NFTs look like this, bro. I can hold them as a little character in my hand, dude. That'd be cool, dude.
Dude, as soon as I get these 3D models, man, I'm need to start printing them.
Hell yeah, dude. I'll print them up for you.
Yeah, man.
Whoa, print me up one.
I'll print you up one.
That's cool. That's pretty cool. I mean, I know that you got this persona out there that you're like a tough guy and everything, but you're a real nice guy.
Talk about me?
Yeah,
I know a tough guy. Dude, I'm a putz.
I'm a Kryptonian man of steel.
Well, I never said man of steel. I said that I like steel.
What was I watching the other day? Oh, you know what? I forgot I was watching this. I need to take that back. I was watching
Grey's Anatomy.
No. It's Superman, like the new one, like Lois and Superman or something.
Now there's a TV. I never even noticed it. Right? I mean, it's been out for a while. Lois, right? Clark and Lois, or Lois. What?
Well, no, the one that was from like early 2000s that had Dean Cain in it. I'm not talking about that one. There's one that's been out. It's got like 3 seasons.
Yeah. And there's one he just fought like Doomsday. Holy crap, dude!
I haven't got that.
Oh, my bad. Well, it was a grand finale. I just happened to see it.
I only watched like the first 5 episodes.
It's good, man. You know what? They do a really good job on that show.
Is this the one where he's got twin sons?
Yeah. They kind of got powers, I guess.
Yeah,
it's cool, man. It's a cool spin on the story.
I've only got to the point where the same problem that I have with all superhero movies, like the first ones, they all like act like complete tools for like most of the movie, and then the last 15 minutes they like learn their powers, and it's like, oh, okay. That's why I didn't like that Flash movie, because it did the same thing all over again. So he goes back in time, whatever, and he meets himself when he was younger, when he didn't get his powers. So most of the movie,
I've got something to tell you. Yeah.
And he goes and he's like messing with figuring out his powers and everything, and you're like, oh, for crying out loud, another one of these movies. I mean, I wish they would just skip all that stuff.
Well, they can't, because they're not very creative.
They don't have much material. They just rehash the same stuff. But the original Batman with Michael Keaton, when he came in and he did his whole thing, the very first scene where he's like, "I'm Batman," dude, he knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. Who are you? He's like,
because they're like, you didn't go through all the thing of him like trying to figure out how to be Batman. He already was Batman, and the movie started off, and you're like,
well, the point of that is I mean, he only had one source material, and that was the Batman Adam West from the '60s. Colorful.
Now, don't say anything bad about that. I grew up on that. I love
Well,
it.
I know you. We know. We
Now,
know.
now I look back and I'm like, man,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is really cheesy, but I loved it back then. I was
Well,
like,
yeah, I mean, but it was like,
how?
yeah, pow, poo, pop, yeah. I mean, I remember watching it too. The reruns, of course. You watched it real life, live, in the studio audience. But I actually saw reruns.
I don't know what happened. I think he lost internet. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened. I'm sorry, buddy. I keep putting you on there. Do you keep taking yourself off?
Dude, hey, bro, don't let me get Wickatoni on you, bro.
Whoa.
I saw Slumdog's comment, man. He goes,
That's
I'm not
cool.
messing. I'm not messing with Wickatoni. And this is John Wick. My daughter got me this. She knows I'm a John Wick fan. But
that is actually pretty cool. Where'd you
these
get
are pretty cool. Yeah.
Where did you get something like that?
I don't know. You probably get it on Amazon. I don't know. She probably got some store, but yeah, and it's cool because this guy's little dog. The dog that died. Sad because I have the dog here, but little puppy. But yeah, this is cool, man. I don't really like figurines, but this is pretty cool. I love John Wick, man. It's great story. Great story.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of Keanu Reeves, man.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a class act, man. He's the real deal.
Yeah,
he is the real deal.
Did you hear that story about him and John Wick? How he goes and when he ejects the magazine and he flips it. Did you hear that story?
Mm-mm.
Well, the guy that works with him behind the scenes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when he would change his magazine, right?
Mm-hmm.
He drops it and he flicks his wrist and it flings out of the way and he goes right in with a new magazine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'd always seen that and I thought that was pretty cool. And they were asking the guy, like the stunt guy or the martial arts guy or whatever that worked with him on the John Wick movies. They're asking him and he's like, no, that's all Keanu Reeves. He said, I'd like to take credit for it, but Keanu Reeves came up with it. He was like, when he would drop the magazine out, when he was coming up, it always get in his way. So he'd go to, click it to drop it out and he'd flick it and it would go flying in the air. And when he came back, he put another magazine in.
I never noticed that. I never noticed that. I'm going to have to go
check it out because it is kind of cool because he's like flicking it. And he's like, bang, he does it all in like one motion.
It's like this,
Yeah. And it goes flying in the air and then his magazine's in there and he's immediately ready to go. And
in the first movie, he has an H&K VP. I think it's a P30. He has a P30. I love H&Ks. That's my favorite everyday carry.
No. Well, I mean, if you're a rookie, I mean, I guess that. I'm just kidding.
Bro,
I like HK too. I'm just kidding.
Rookie. They ain't a rookie for cheap, bro. No. I mean, I know.
But he did not say rookie.
Well, what I love about I'm a lefty, so they're ambi, right? I mean, they got the paddle release, the mag release on both sides. In fact, they have the paddle release or the mag release. It's along the trigger well there, right? The trigger guard, essentially, rather than just a button on the handle, right? Like, let's say this is my pistol grip right here, and I'd press the button and drop the magazine. It's right here where the trigger guard. It's just two little paddles. It's unique. It's a thing H&K has, and me being a lefty, and that P30 that he uses in that movie. I remember seeing the movie going. I had already owned Glocks and SIGs and everything, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go check that gun out. And sure enough, man, it is the easiest thing to drop that mag. And now I'm gonna have to learn that little tactical move that he did. We freaking flips it,
check it out, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
Seriously. But I mean, you at the range, you're gonna be throwing your magazines at the guy next to you, but he's gonna be like, "What are you wicking? What are you doing? A John Wick thing?" Yeah, check it out. If I run across it, I'll show it because the guy is actually on Joe Rogan talking about it. Yeah.
Well, you remember the hoster that we were sharing, the Independence hoster that I shared with you guys is from Cherry Holsters or something like that.
Yeah.
His name is Cohen. He used to be an ex-Israeli special force guy. He trains a lot of the. He's the guy that actually trained John Wick. Maybe this may be the same guy. It must be, but he's trained John Wick on. He come up with this new style of fighting called gunjitsu as well. But he's actually a real supposedly he's a real Israeli special forces guy, right? Most of them all are. You know what I mean? You're basically embedded into their military at birth in Israel at the end of the day, you know. But you know, they all have they're amazing. They're amazing martial artists and amazing marksmen, right? And nonetheless, he basically worked with John or Keanu Reeves in that first movie and showed him how to pull the holster and everything and went through all the tactics with him. And I just remember the holster that he uses, the one that I was sharing with you guys the other day. I think I sent it to you guys in text in a message, but that's my favorite holster, man. It's
You
appendix.
sent that was separate. I don't think you sent it with
Okay.
Fowler because that was, remember when Terry was asking about
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. You're right, man. But you know, but Fowler, he can only carry 50 cals. He can't carry pistols where he's from. You know, pistols are illegal.
What is that? Is that Terran Tactical? Where did John Wick and what's the lady that played in the second John Wick movie? The real famous Halle Berry. Didn't they go to Terran Tactical and train there?
It was Terran Tactical or it was somewhere else. I think it was Terran Tactical.
Because
there's some footage. There's some footage out there. There's some footage out there.
If you watch the video of him clearing that course,
it's real, man.
I don't think I'd want to meet Keanu Reeves anywhere,
bro. It's real, man. I've done the IPD.
Fire and everything.
I've never done 3-gun. You know, competition. I've only done 2-gun. He's doing 3-gun, right? Pistol, rifle, shotgun. Dude, he's good, man. He's got real talent. I mean, he's really. You can tell that's method acting at its finest.
And Halle Berry, man, she wasn't.
Yeah, her too.
She wasn't sitting over there going, "Oh, she was Halle Berry." Man.
Let's not say her name, please.
You what? What'd you say?
Let's not say her name, please.
Oh, you don't like Halle Berry?
No, I'm in love with Halle Berry, so I don't need you to.
I know.
Yeah, I'm married now, bro. Married now.
Oh well,
so
I'll talk about her all we want. She's awesome.
Yeah, no, she's great. She's a great actress, man.
And that's the thing with her. Halle Berry's so awesome. I guess Keanu Reeves same way, but she's so awesome. She's like one of those actresses that if she's in a movie, I'll watch it.
Yeah,
I mean it's one of those.
It's going to be good, except Catwoman. But the other ones, the other ones are good.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean those superhero movies. Marvel did a good job with their series because even my kids were into it. People were into them. They did good, but that's all because of Iron Man. Iron Man started all that stuff, and they kind of stuck with that.
If there was no Iron Man, there'd be none. Avengers.
None. And you got to get that's Robert Downey Jr. all day long, and he created that.
You're right, man.
Because all previous superhero movies were goofy, other than Michael Keaton's Batman. That was
even the X-Men sucked. The one with the Wolverine and all. It wasn't until after. You're right. After Avengers or Iron Man, that's when they got serious. You know. And don't get me wrong, I love me some Hugh Jackman in Wolverine. I think that's one of my favorite actors as well. But I definitely believe that you're right. You make a very good point. Robert Downey pretty much said, "Hey, this is how we're going to do superhero movies. Okay, this is how you're going to act. This is how you're going to act in superhero movies."
I've been in jail. I've been a drug addict, all that stuff. I've lost my career. Now this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it this way.
I think if anybody had asked me when I'm your age, Chris, is like, who's your favorite actor? Because I probably won't remember at that point. But I'm going to be like Robert Downey Jr. He's probably going to be my favorite actor. Why? Well, Iron Man. Obviously, I love him in Iron Man. But Tropic Thunder, dude. I mean,
yeah.
He did some. I remember him. I remember seeing him in Chapman, or was it Chat? Is it? Yeah, he did the. Is it what's that guy's name? The character actor. He did Black and White. Charlie Chapman. Remember that?
Yeah. And he does a good Sherlock Holmes movie too.
Oh yeah, those are great as well.
That's crazy, man. You guys are picking Robert Downey. I would easily pick Tom Cruise. Hands down.
Yeah, well, Tom Cruise is a good action hero. Absolutely, Tom Cruise he's an action hero guy. I mean, he does his own stunts, man. I can't argue with that.
You can't blame him. I mean, the guy knows what he's doing. You can't take anything away from him. But if I was going to rank them all up there, I mean, I think my first one would be John Wayne and Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. Yeah, but too different though.
Like, but literally, right now you could be like,
Clint Eastwood or John Wayne. Clint Eastwood or John Wayne, if you had to choose.
I would say Clint Eastwood because he's been alive longer and he's done a lot of current movies.
Yeah.
So I would say Clint Eastwood, but if you were up to the time that John Wayne was still alive and Clint Eastwood, I couldn't pick between them.
Hey, Rich, hold on, but hold on, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I blocked all my DMs, man. Let me unblock that and
you do.
yeah. I get crazy messages, man. I'll change that, Rich. And do you guys? I tell you what, send a message to Chris, so that way I can get your handle, and then I'll send you a request, and then you can. That way, I'll make sure we get connected, bro. Sorry about that. Yeah,
but yeah, John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, because he's been around and he's made tons of new stuff too. So I mean, by far, but like modern day kind of that I would say that if after Clint Eastwood and John Wayne, it would have to be Denzel Washington. I will literally watch anything he could put out.
He's
him
different
sitting
though, man.
there
He's
talking for an hour, and I'd pay money to listen to him talk. And Isaiah Washington, you guys probably don't know him much, but he's like the doctor. He's played a doctor in a bunch of movies. He played in that The 100. He played in Grey's Anatomy, all that kind of stuff. Check him out. But everything that guy's in, I like. I like his characters. I like the way he is, all that kind of stuff. But really, it's Denzel Washington. I will literally.
Denzel easily in Hall of Fame.
Yeah. He's easily.
Denzel Washington is in charge of the Hall of Fame.
He's a national treasure, dude. He's a national treasure. Yeah, anything that man can freaking act, dude. I don't care what
anything that he does. And then when you take Denzel Washington and you put up like Tom Cruise, it's Denzel Washington. You can't.
But Tom Cruise. But I would say for action, right? And
I wouldn't
action
say that because the Denzel Washington, his Equalizer movies and Training Day.
But those are great.
Yeah, but if it's like Tom Cruise, not Tom Cruise, but if it's what's the movie Top Gun, I'm not picking Denzel for Top Gun. Trust me, I love Denzel, but if you were telling me I could have either Tom Cruise or Denzel Washington in Top Gun, I'm gonna always pick Tom Cruise. The nostalgia, it's Tom Cruise has this thing where he's just like he's so like excited and like he has that
his Mission Impossible movies are pretty good too.
Yeah, like you can't take that away from him. Like Mission Impossible, it was a point where it was kind of like Mission Impossible's getting kind of old, like it's getting kind of ran out, but then he found a way to kind of get it back. So it's like, and then the other movies though that Tom Cruise does is kind of sketch though. Like some of those movies are kind of sketch. Like,
well, look at this.
War of Worlds.
That is so annoying. He's such an annoying person in that whole movie. It's just like, and his daughter's like, I know that they're like aliens and they want to act like that, but it was like, you guys are like getting on my last nerves. He's a complete screw up dad, and the daughter's like screaming at air. And you're like, listen, it's not even that bad right now. Why are you screaming? But look at Richard Hudman. Mel Gibson. I completely forgot about Mel Gibson. I will watch anything Mel Gibson's in, honestly.
Okay. So Mel Gibson, we're talking about we're talking about different categories of actors, right? If I had a top 10.
Mel Gibson's Lethal Weapon movies,
top
the
10,
Patriot movie,
Robert Downey, Mel Gibson, Denzel Washington, Tom Cruise is in my list.
What's that? Braveheart?
Clint Eastwood. Oh, the Braveheart, bro. That's the shit. Sorry for the
I can watch Tom Cruise, or I can watch Mel Gibson in almost anything, even going back to his Mad Max days.
I was just about to say that Mad Max. Like, come on.
Yeah, but my favorite is like Halle Berry. Seriously, I don't think that I could watch. I can't think of anybody else that I would be like immediately. Yes, like Halle Berry has a. Never mind, I'm gonna watch it anyway. You don't even tell me the title. I'm just gonna watch it.
Yeah, she's just. I think she's an amazing actress.
Sam Jackson.
Yeah, so Sam Jackson. He's the same character in every movie, but god dang, I love his character.
His Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah, dude.
Fiction.
Now Sam Jackson in a Tarantino movie, dude, it's gold. You know it's gonna be a good movie, man.
Oh man,
what was the other one? He had another Quentin Tarantino movie. not too long ago, where it was kind of like the old Wild Wild West.
Oh, it was the Lucky Seven or something. I forget what it's called.
No, they were like in a house or something.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, dude,
like,
that was a good movie, man. What was it called, man?
They were like freezing to death or something.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody shoot everybody. He was in bed. He was in the bed. Yeah, that was a good movie.
Damn,
that was a good
Charles
one.
Bronson, remember him?
Yeah, I liked him, man. I liked him. You know what? No, I can't forget Bruce Willis, man. I can't forget Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis, man. I'm sad for what's happened to him, man. He went from
I like him, but honestly, I liked him. He's like the only actor out there that I can say that he does really good in. He was in that show Moonlighting. It was on television.
Oh, yeah, I remember that
in the 80s or whatever.
Yeah, I remember waiting for that to turn off so I could watch, or to go so I can watch like comedy, the Houston Improv or something. I remember seeing that show. Yeah,
but
I remember that.
He did a good job going from TV to movies. A really good job.
Yeah,
but and I like his movie, all like the whole 9 yards or something like that.
I don't think I've seen that one.
What's the big guy that died a few years ago that played in the Green Mile and he played in that?
Oh, the black actor.
Yeah,
I forgot
big guy. I forget him, but he was a gentle
giant guy.
Yeah, but he was a really good actor.
Nice guy, man. Yeah.
You guys forgot. He forgot Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he's like he's a nut right now. But dude, that guy is an amazing talent. Amazing talent.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, I'm not. That whole cast of Living Color was excellent, right?
Yeah, you can't beat that.
But he was so good.
You can't do that show today, bro. Right? You can't do that show. We got good comedy, bro, in the 90s. We got good comedy. We can't do that crap now, man.
Do you ever see the clip where what's the black guy, the Brian Greer, Alan Greer?
David Alan Greer.
He's
funny, man.
Jamie Foxx is dressed up as the girl.
What was Wanda or something? Yeah, man.
Wanda or something.
Yeah.
And they're doing the dating game, and what's his name is the host and everything like that. Jim Carrey's the host, and Greer had never seen him before, dressed up as that. So he didn't win. And when he came around the corner, and it's real that they talk about it, that he had never seen him, Jamie Foxx, dressed up like that. And man, he busted out laughing and like jumped back and everything. And then he's like hugging, what's his name? He's like, man, he couldn't hold it in. He was laughing the whole time. But that is funny if you ever see that clip, because he's scared. And Jamie Foxx is like trying to punch him and stuff.
I have to go watch that one, man.
It's
I used to love that show, dude. That's probably the last time I remember actually like. Because it was on regular television, like prime time, or it was like channel 20 for us. It was like channel 26 or something. But that's the only show that I remember ever watching. Like, because I had cable, my dad always had cable, so commercials were like annoying to me. Like, you know what I mean? I don't watch no damn commercial. But I remember just clicking over to local channels just to see that damn Living Color and go through the damn commercials to see. That stuff was fun. It's like Tropic Thunder in real time, dude. You know what I mean? They can't do that no more, man.
Homie the Clown,
man. I don't think so, bro, dude.
Homie don't play that.
Homie, y'all guys remember Blank Man? You remember Damian Wayans came out the movie Blank Man?
Oh yeah.
Dude. Never go full retard, bro. The dude made a retarded. he made a retarded superhero movie, dude.
That whole family. If you like Damon Wayans, man, dude, you got to watch that movie. I love those guys. Boy Scout. You guys.
That's a good.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce
Willis.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Damon Wayans is a good actor, man. I mean, I got to see him live. I got to see him live. You guys ever got to see him live? He's funny live, dude. He came to Houston probably about right before COVID. He came to Houston. And I remember seeing him, and man, the dude, the energy. He did Homie the Clown bit. He did. He talked about his kids. He talked about being on the set with his brothers. Man,
you know what?
He talked about Bruce Willis. Yeah.
Don't forget about Robin Williams. I mean, he's another one, man. He'd go serious acting to comedy acting, to child movies, and all over the place, man. He was so good.
He did a good TV to Hollywood transition right there.
Yeah. Mork and Mindy's show and everything like that. That was pretty awesome. And Richard Hudman, Handyman. Rich, Rich, are you sending me a message or something? I have this thing open waiting for you. Where how are we getting that his wallet address to you?
Oh, I got it. I'm about to send it to him right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, here I am sitting here waiting.
I'm having to doing it from my offline wallet, so I'm having to do some IT stuff here. You know what I mean? But I got you. I got you.
Yeah, I guess
I'm about
so.
to take care of you, Huster.
Man, that's so, I guess we can't decide on like the best actor and everything like that. There's so many good things they do out there. But they don't make them like that nowadays. I mean, a modern day actor, a young actor, I think my favorite would probably be like Chris Pratt. I think he's been in some pretty decent movies lately.
Yeah,
And
Chris Pratt,
Pratt,
Jonathan Majors is good. He's the younger
I don't know who
guy.
Jonathan Majors is.
Jonathan Majors is the guy. Oh, did you see the latest Rocky movie?
No.
Okay.
When did it come out?
Rocky 10?
No, the one with what's his face? I see his name. Michael B. Jordan.
Oh,
yeah. Creed.
Creed.
Yeah.
Oh, Creed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it Rocky, but yeah, Creed. The latest
well,
Creed movie.
I saw the original. Isn't there a new one, or is there a new one, or
Yeah.
is that the same one?
No, it's a new one. I think
Okay.
it's is this Creed 3 now?
Yeah, well, he did Creed 1, the first one. Then after that, he didn't get a part of any of them. I think Sylvester Stallone, because he wasn't agreeing with the writing, obviously. But the first one was pretty good. I thought it was good. Yeah.
No, Jonathan. I'm trying to think of a movie that you have seen Jonathan Majors in. Have you seen the latest Ant-Man?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Oh, he was in that. Jonathan Majors was in that. He was the villain.
Oh, wait a minute. I think my son told me about that.
Yeah. He actually did a really good job too. Really good job. But yeah, Jonathan Majors, man, he's a good up and comer, man. He did what was it?
Oh, wait a minute. He is Kang in Loki. I watched the Loki one. So
Yeah. Kang.
Okay.
That was the villain for the Ant-Man movie. The Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I think I have seen. I'm gonna have to check him out.
Yeah, he's really good. He's up and coming, man. He did
Burt Reynolds. There's another one. Moki says Clint Eastwood, Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds, I don't think he was that great. I'm not.
No. Hold on. Burt Reynolds was great in Cannonball Run. You ever seen that movie?
And Smokey and the Bandit. But
yeah,
that's
Smokey and the
about it,
Bandit.
man.
Dude, that's it. That's all you need. That's all
That's
you
not
need.
all you need. You got Clint
Smokey
Eastwood
and the
has
Bandit, bro.
4,000 movies that are good. You could have a Clint Eastwood channel, dude.
Bro, and they're all A Fistful of Dollars. I give you all his movies right now. Fistful of Dollars.
$1 Million Baby, Gran
No.
Torino,
Fistful of Dollars. The Good, the Bad, and the
American
Ugly.
Sniper.
Forgiven. They're all. He's the same guy in every movie. He's just older. Okay. He goes through a different dimension, or he goes to the future and ends up as Dirty Harry. I never liked the Dirty Harry movies though, man. I thought those were kind of like, he's the only cop in the force that carried a freaking .45 revolver. You know what I mean? Who does that?
Yeah, I don't even think it was that. Wasn't it like it's like a huge? Man.
Yeah, it was bigger than that. He's like,
make my day, punk.
Yeah. That's like his line. Nah, but Clint Eastwood was great in A Fistful. I mean, it's funny because my dad stays with me now, and every now and then I'll hear him watching. That the Fistful of Dollars and the music, what I'm talking about, the dual, it's the music from the movies. I'll hear it like echoing through the house, like my dad's watching Clint Eastwood. I love it. I grew up with them watching that stuff. So it's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. I wasn't a big fan of the Dirty Harry movies, but I'm not a big fan of that 70s, like,
nobody was a big fan of the 70s, bro.
Yeah. The 70s mentality of like, people just,
spaghetti westerns, man.
Yeah. Now the westerns I like the western I like.
All right, pop quiz. Why do they call them the spaghetti westerns? Give me one word for 10 BUSD. Go.
Bad writing.
One word. Italian.
I was gonna say bad writing. So.
Bad writing.
No, because they're all produced, all directed by with the Italian director. What's his name?
Yeah, I was talking not to you, Chris, the community.
I think everybody knows that.
They do now. Well, but yeah, you're right. It is because they were all filmed
out like 500 of them
because they were all filmed in Italy because of the budget, right? So they're called spaghetti westerns. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one
Did-
after the other.
Did you know that, feller?
They're just,
No, I never knew.
I thought you knew that because I like your intros, man, because it's got the spaghetti
Yeah.
western feel to it. You know, I'm like, that's what it's for. So,
I didn't know that was a thing. I just like horses.
yeah, that's what Gino says. It's a 44 Magnum. Yeah, give me a break.
Oh, Idris Alba. There's another one. Yeah.
oh, it was a 44 Magnum. Yeah, don't get me wrong. That's a bad bullet. You know, it slows. You know,
Oh,
but
you know,
it
another
knock
guy
you down.
that I love is Tom Selleck. He's in Magnum PI, and then he's
Oh,
on
man,
that Blue Bloods.
Nah, man, he lost it, bro, when he did 3 Men and a Baby, bro.
No, he made it back when he did Quigley Down Under.
He does those commercials now.
Okay, that was just the commercials. What,
He
reverse
does-
mortgage?
No. Is it reverse mortgage? I thought it was like some retirement fund thing.
Chris, if I ever see you doing a reverse mortgage commercial, can you imagine? Fowler, that's where YouTubers go to die, bro. They're doing reverse mortgage ads, bro. That's gonna be hilarious. That's how we know Chris is done. He's like, did you know you can do a reverse mortgage? Like, damn, bro, Chris, he's not doing very well.
Oh man, yeah, but I mean, his Quigley Down Under.
That was a good movie.
That
That was a good
switched
movie.
it for him, and then him doing Blue Bloods. I think he does a great job in Blue Bloods.
Oh,
But
that
how
show-
long can a
That
commissioner
show's still
be?
going, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like 80 years old. His freaking mustache is still dark as freaking
yeah, but
molasses.
he's one of those guys like Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood is really old. If you look at him, he's been around for a long time, and his son, Scott Eastwood.
Yeah, it looks just
Man,
like
I
him, man.
could see his son like following in his dad's footsteps, but Clint
He hasn't-
Eastwood now.
He hasn't had that break yet. He hasn't had that breakout yet, though. He's
Well,
tried.
some of the ladies might disagree with you because my daughters love a movie that he's in.
Yeah, Footloose. Yeah, I know.
No, there's a movie that he's in that's like he's like a cowboy and he's like it's a girl, it's like a chick flick or something like that. And my daughters are like, Scott Eastwood is amazing. I'm like,
Yeah.
who?
Yeah.
Who are you talking about?
His eyes are so blue. Yeah,
Yeah,
my
he's
daughter's
so
seen the same
wonderful.
crap,
I'm like, wait a minute, you're talking about Clint Eastwood's son? What are you talking about?
yeah.
But even right now, Clint Eastwood, yeah, at his age and everything, you sit across from him, I bet you're intimidated right now. You'd be
Oh
like,
yeah, think I want to get
hey.
shot?
Yeah, it'd be
Punk.
like,
So where
Punk.
where's so where does
I have
where
bad
does
respect for
Arnold where does Arnold rank with
oh,
you
I
guys?
was never a fan. and
Well, when he
never have
slept with
been.
his maid, I kind of lost our respect for the guy.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't even like him because my thing with him was I understand that they dubbed his voice in Conan when he was first in that,
yeah.
but
That was
see,
Doug?
like with
No,
with-
did you ever hear his
Sylvester
original voice
Stallone-
when he did Hercules in New York?
yeah. Right.
Go Google that, dude. That's his
yeah,
real
no.
voice of what back
Yeah.
then. Poor guy.
But
I mean,
he
but
had his voice. Okay, he had an accent and everything like that. I wish they just let him go with it. I don't
no,
understand.
he
why
didn't
they're
have
not-
an accent, bro. He was an accent. There's the
Yeah.
difference. Yeah, get the Google.
So, but then you take like, and that's where I was never a fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but Sylvester Stallone. I mean, he wrote Rocky. He wrote like the Rambos, all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Yep.
He created those, and he was a prime time, big, box office hit. And I mean, the guy's worked out even today. His daughters and stuff. I see stuff on there. I think Sylvester Stallone's great, man. But
Yeah, he's
back in the
he's
day,
an
they
all
were always
around.
like him. And the funny part about it is be like Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then Chuck Norris is over there going, neither.
Yeah, neither. Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah, neither. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chuck Norris was just killing TV. These guys are trying to kill movies because Chuck Norris had the
Texas Rangers.
Texas Rangers.
Yeah.
I was never a big Schwarzenegger. The only movie I really liked from
Predator.
Schwarzenegger was going to be Predator and Commando. Predator because that was the first movie my dad had ever taken me to go see. I got to sit
Get to
in the
the
theater with him.
chopper.
Yeah, get to the chopper. Yeah, I got that one down. I can do a killer Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, but and Commando, and that's when
Terminator.
because
that is
but Terminator is okay. But Commando because his daughter was Elisa Milano at the time, and I was like about the same age as her, and I was just like, Elisa Milano, a teenage girl, teenage boy.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about her. dude.
I'm
I
just
don't know,
saying.
There's not a
Now,
whole
I'm
lot
talking
of-
about back then. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
there's
talking
not a
about then.
whole lot of.
But that was it. That's the only reason why I even watched the movie.
Listen, I want to bring this up. Did you see what she did about a couple years ago when she got mad about Elon taking over Twitter and everything like that?
No, what did she quit again? Or about
Well,
Twitter?
she did that thing that she was mad because she didn't want. She was mad at Elon for whatever, and she's going to get rid of her electric car, and she got a Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
But
Hey,
she,
a GTI,
which is fine.
Jetta. Yeah.
But she's like one of these things that she was basically saying that like, she's talking crap about Elon and everything like that. But then, and there's nothing wrong with Volkswagen or whatever. But then she goes to get the Volkswagen, which was founded by Hitler. So it's like, I don't understand. What are you standing for now?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
like,
I remember that. Yeah.
like, okay. This
Yeah,
doesn't-
Volkswagen. Yeah, the Volkswagens was Germany. That founder.
Right,
Was the founder was
Which
a Nazi
that was,
type.
that
Yeah,
doesn't- That's not the company now and all that kind
yeah,
of stuff.
yeah.
It's
Of
all
course,
different.
of course.
But if you're going to make up these things that you're standing up for something.
Yeah, because she was calling Elon a white supremacist. He's a
Right.
racist, right? Blah
Right.
blah, right? And he's like, so I'm gonna go buy me a Nazi wagon. Like, wait,
Like,
what?
really? I don't know where that. How do you make that
Exactly.
leap?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that story. Yeah, but back then she was cool. I mean, when she was in Who's the Boss, I was like, who
Yeah.
gives a crap? Because I remember I grew up with that show. And but yeah, kindergarten, not a tumor.
It's not. But look, Moki's got it. This is that movie. I remember. This is
The Longest Ride.
ride. Scott Eastwood, and I'm telling you what, man. Every woman I know was like, "Oh,
So
Scott."
interesting story on Scott Eastwood. I remember he was sitting in an interview. It was probably he was probably promoting that movie. Okay.
Yeah.
And the Longest Ride, because he was up and coming. There was I remember the actor or the interviewer asking him. I don't know if it was a male or probably a female. Obviously, obviously she was like, "So Scott," but she was like, "So what is it like growing up?" As the son of Clint Eastwood. I mean, it must have been amazing because he's like the one of the the pillars of Hollywood and just the career that he has and basically the wealth, right? And she went into that, and he goes, "Oh, it was actually it was okay. In fact, he never gave me anything. I had to buy my own car. I had to get me a job. I had to work for everything I have." Any acting gig I've got, he never put his name out there for me. He told me I had to do it on my own, and they were like, "Whoa, really?" They're like, "Yeah," and I love him for that. And I was like, "Man, I love that man."
Yeah, that's good stuff.
That is good stuff. Oh, Kurt Russell's cool, man. I like him.
God, dude, I can't believe we even forgot about him. Thank goodness we got people out here doing this
Yeah,
stuff.
no, Kurt Russell's good, man. And Big Trouble in Little China. Yeah, Captain Ron.
Remember
I love Mr. Kurt
Tango
Russell.
and Cash. Remember?
Tango and Cash, yeah. Now Kurt Russell was I felt like he never really got he could never get past Stallone. You know what I mean? Sly was the '80s, the action
Nah.
probably the drama and the action actor of the '80s.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? That was the problem with Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell wanted to do multiple things versus like Sylvester Stallone. He was an action star. He knew he was an action star.
Yeah.
Stayed an action star.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell was like, "Hey, I could be both." That's not. How
I'm
it
gonna do
works.
comedy. Yeah, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
comedy. Yeah.
And it's funny we're talking about Kurt Russell. I think we had like not too long ago. Wasn't there like you guys had some meme? I think Chris. I think he had like all he needed was like an eye patch. And we were like, he looks like Kurt Russell. He was like
Yeah.
escape from Vulcan
Oh,
blockchain.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah,
those
they're all
Escape from New York and Escape from California, LA. I think those are good movies. Yeah. Kurt Russell was funny, man. He's a really good actor. I liked him in even the Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought he was good in those.
Ego.
Yeah. But I remember him obviously from Big Trouble in Little China. That to me is Kurt Russell.
I actually like him when
he was an accidental hero type action star.
when he was in that Overboard movie with Goldie Hawn.
His
I
wife.
thought that was real good.
With his wife till to this day.
Yeah.
I don't know if they ever got married, but they're still together.
Yeah.
That to me, I like that. That's cool. He's still with his. You hear about Hollywood actors and how they don't, they're married, you go from partner to partner to partner, but there are a few, and believe it or not, those that typically stay, like Kurt Russell, for instance, he's staying with Goldie Hawn. I mean, that's just unheard of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're staying
Well,
together.
look at the Sylvester Stallone and Jennifer Flavin. Is that her name, or Jennifer
His
Flavin?
wife.
Yeah, they've been together for years. They got the 3 daughters, and they're doing like a reality thing. I see it every
Well, I
once in a
thought they
while.
were going through a divorce at one time.
I don't know if they're divorcing now or whatever, but during the
Hopefully they
show,
work it-
and,
hopefully they
and
work it
the
out.
show and everything, they've been together for a long time. And those girls, man, are top notch, man. They're not like, I mean, they're strong, they're independent.
They're not the Kardashians.
I mean, I see some of that stuff on there, and I get like some of the Kardashians, they're worrying about stuff that I'm like, man, you should relax a little bit, but I don't watch a whole lot of that, so I can't say too much about that.
Well, how much you don't watch a lot, but how much do you watch?
I've probably I got
honest,
daughters, dude. I got daughters, and and I walk through the living room or wherever they're watching.
You getting this daughter? You see him? See him kind of
wiggling. Yeah,
back, like a piece of shrimp going back.
No, my girls.
I got daughters too. My daughters try to watch that.
Yeah,
too.
and then when I come through and I see something on, I'll be like, "What? What did she just say? What are you watching?" And I'll be like, "Oh, don't worry about that." It's and I'm like, "I don't."
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I don't want to know. I want to know what they're going through.
Yeah, but I hope that storytelling gets back to where it once was. You know what I'm talking about? Hollywood.
It won't, man. They seriously, they're on cruise control because they just rehashed the same like scenario. And I mean, superhero movie now are all they got the part 1.
They're all AI written,
idiots,
all CGI.
And then the next one is like the badder of bad dudes is there. They're vanquish him at the end, and it's like the same storyline.
Bro, you know what? You just reminded me of
a point where they're like being woke, where it's like, okay, what does this have to do with this superhero and stuff? And one of the problems that I hate is that if you know anything about comics, I'm from the 70s and 80s, man. That's all we have are comics. There are thousands of characters out there, good characters, and then they just switch. They like switch them around. It's like, how many times do you waste your time creating another Batman movie, with new actors and stuff? How about you take one of those characters in that vault of all the characters that are out there in the comic books, like, some of these things, like what Chris Pratt plays in that Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, tons of books there.
Mm-hmm.
The Thanos series, Thanos isn't the only one. There's a bunch of other demigods out there and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So many different characters that they could use, but then they'll be like, oh, here's a new Batman. Batman's different than Marvel, but bottom line, it's like they rehash the same stuff. And how many Spider-Mans are going to be, dude? I mean,
God.
I mean, now they got a Spider-Man that's like a cartoon. It's like, oh,
that's one of the better ones there right now.
But we've had in my lifetime, we've had tons of Spider-Man cartoons. It's like, okay, let's do it. Wouldn't it be nice to have just a completely new character? And when they do that, it's like, I don't know, they don't have faith in it or something like that. I did hear one that there is a version, a girl is going to be playing something is like a complete different version. And I forget the name of the character, but different version of Iron Man, but it's a young girl.
Oh God.
But I'm kind of interested to see what that's going to be, but I don't know much about it, but all those characters that are out there that are in these comic books, they could make some really good quality movies.
Yeah,
like
there's
Black Panther. The Black Panther came out of nowhere, and it is exactly what I'm talking about. There's so many characters out there, and they came in, they tied it into the shows and everything like that, and it was good. But they don't do that anymore. Now they just like rehash the same old stuff.
They had Hugh Jackman forever, and they didn't even utilize him properly.
I know.
Like as Wolverine, like, and now All this time, now they're gonna put the yellow spandex on him. Now,
Now, right? Yeah, they've been teasing it, right? Now they're doing it.
No, this girl that Richard, the one that Rich Hudman, the one that I read about, my son knows about it, but it's something steel or something like that. I forget what it is, but she's a young girl and she like gets her hands on, or she's given access to um, Tony Stark's tech, and she like goes way above what Tony Stark was doing. Like it's super awesome. Like that's what it's supposed to be. And actually, I saw a picture of the girl that was going to play her, but I have not heard anything since then. But
That would be. I just hope they don't do anything to hurt the character of Iron Man. You know what I mean? Like, because Downey Jr. did such a great job, you know, at it kind of setting the bar for that type of, I think, humor that he brings and the seriousness, and then even the, I don't know, he just seems like if there were a multi billionaire that could become a superhero, I hope he's like that guy. You know what I mean?
well, if you guys are talking about writing, man, I don't know if you guys seen the Blue Beetle, but that
I have.
was really good.
Was it good? My
Yeah.
my wife wanted to go see it, so it was good. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
All
was
right. If
really
you say it's good, I'll go watch it then. All right. Cool.
Yeah, I was actually I'm a Blue Beetle fan. Like I like
Okay. Okay. So
I've
they did well with the they were true to
oh
it.
yeah, what's his name who wrote it and produced it? The comedian, he's in the movie. Hispanic girl.
Oh, George Lopez.
George Lopez, yes.
He wrote that movie.
Yes, he
Oh,
wrote
man. I don't like me. I don't. You think I like George Lopez? I used to, but I don't like him anymore. But really, well, that's cool. That's,
If you know how cheesy George Lopez is, just believe it's just that cheesy. His character,
okay. He's funny. No, Lopez is funny though, man. He's a funny comedian, man. I've seen him at least 5 times live. You know, and I think he's funny. But I didn't know I think politically he and I just do not see eye to eye. But he wrote this movie, like he produced it, I'd imagine, right?
Yeah.
And you're saying that since you're already a Blue Beetle fan, so you know the origins of Blue Beetle and how it's supposed to kind of.
And that's a hard story to write. I mean, to actually put on screen. I mean, with the way tech is now, yeah, you can CG it to death, but it didn't look bad, man. Like I was actually shocked. I went in there, I was like, okay, it's DC. DC is a very hit or miss when it comes to these action movies, man.
Yeah, it's hit or miss. Really, you don't know. Yeah.
Either I'm gonna get Ben Affleck or I'm getting the Man of Steel. I don't know which one I'm getting, but hopefully it's Man of Steel.
Yeah.
You know. But no, it was.
Did you like the Man of Steel?
Oh, I love Man of Steel. I remember Man of Steel was the one. Man of Steel gave me like goosebumps.
Yeah, it gave me hope, man. Gave me hope. The music, just the cinematography, the way it was just like I could see this universe, right? I could see this verse here, right? So
wait, what are you talking? Dude, Man of Steel that just came out with
no. The first Man of Steel that came out when
Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan did the Man of Steel, the story of Superman that came out 2014, 15, right around that time.
Yeah,
it's the one with Henry Cavill.
Oh yeah, okay, we're talking about the same one. Yeah, I think that's great. But my whole thing with that is, and I guess they had to set it up again or whatever, but they literally destroyed an entire city. I mean, you see it at the end, like all the buildings are just tore down and everything like that, and it's like you kind of went overboard, dude. You know how many like millions of people died?
but that's the point. But that's the point. Yeah, that was the point because that's why Bruce Wayne hated Superman, and that's why he was always the villain.
But it's like that's a whole thing, and then the whole thing about Batman and Superman fighting. Come on, dude, really? I mean, seriously.
Yeah, Superman, right? Exactly. But hold on, but Superman just he doesn't like to kill. He doesn't kill.
So my thing is you're like the guy from the space guy and everything like that. How did we get so much kryptonite on Earth? I mean, where does this shit? I mean, this shit traveled here,
bro. We already know Richard Pryor created it in the freaking Superman 3. You know what I mean? And he threw tobacco in it because he didn't have
Dude,
the.
everybody's got kryptonite. Everybody.
All right, so I don't know. I mean, right, because if you recall, Superman came in his ship. I don't know. Maybe there's. I don't
Yeah,
know. Maybe.
it got here faster. How did they?
Well,
get
no,
here?
no. The only thing that I can think of is, they found the ship, okay, and there were some remnants of kryptonite on the ship.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
but that's
the only
too
thing.
far of a stretch, man.
it's DC, man.
The-
DC.
a guy's
always-
fl-
So
a guy-
happen to have
A guy
kryptonite.
flying, the guy that can fly. Hold on, let me get this straight. Let me just understand where a guy can fly, laser beams with his eyeballs, freeze breath, stuff like that.
Mhm.
That's cool with you. That's not a stretch. But finding a piece of rock on a ship that he came in from, that's too.
But
Now you're
hold
going
on.
way too far, bro.
Hold on. So let me get.
Now you're telling stories, man.
Let me tell you that. Let me understand this. So you're talking about a guy that has all these superpowers, brings with him the one thing that can kill him that he comes to a new planet with. I mean, that's not a
Yeah.
stretch to you.
Well, the thing about I get how you were saying. I hear what you're saying about that. Like, hey, you're going to save the world, but you may want to put the stone away, son, right? Because it could kill you. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it still has some sort of. Remember, if you remember this though, it's not really a piece of the planet. It's what came from. It's the radiation from the planet. So if
but that planet blew up. He came in a spaceship. You telling me that stuff traveled?
No.
with him?
I'm not saying it did. I'm saying it was probably in the ship or a part of the ship.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, unless someone comes up with something they know something I don't know. But
and then okay.
wow,
I'll
that's what's
give you
getting you
that.
hung up on Superman.
Y'all-
That's the one thing.
It can't. But the
You
thing
guys-
that hangs me up on it is that it's literally in every single movie, TV show,
Yeah, I
whatever
got
they
you,
do,
got you.
kryptonite, and it's like everybody's got kryptonite, dude.
That's what,
Everybody.
that's what I was saying. You guys are racking your brains over this when in actuality it's just bad. Like DC's always been known for bad writing. Like they've always written themselves into a hole.
You're right, and the truth is they don't need to defeat Superman with kryptonite. They don't. They can defeat him with his own virtues. Like
Well, look at the way he acts when they revive him. Right?
yeah, he's pissed.
Yeah, and the Flash. I mean, he's like Flash is running, and he's like looking at him while he's
Yeah, he's
going.
like,
Dude, he is
that's
going
funny. That's
the
funny,
crap
man.
out
Yeah.
of all of you.
That was a cool. I like the Zack Snyder cut. That was
But-
the best cut. But
you got Wonder Woman there, right? Got
Yes.
superhuman powers and stuff like that.
she's probably the only one almost as strong as Superman, right?
Right.
But she is
So-
limited. Yeah.
Let's give her a little bit of credit. She's there, right?
Mhm.
But you got the guy in a man-made suit that kills Superman.
Because he's got kryptonite, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Everybody's got kryptonite.
and they both got the same mama name. I mean, when you throw that name out there, if I'm about to hit a dude in the face and he says my mom's name, I'm like, oh, hey, bro, wait a minute, your mama's name is that too? I'm probably gonna be.
He gets killed by a dude in a $1 billion suit or whatever.
Well, actually, he doesn't. Actually, he doesn't. He's Superman. Because he's a nice guy. It's like he doesn't. He holds his punches back. Right? He really does. Right. And then who actually kills Superman in the Batman
Right.
versus Superman movie
Is
is
that
Doomsday. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Doom.
Yeah, Doomsday. But you're right. You're right. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, how come everybody's got kryptonite? I get you. It makes no sense. Right.
It's like
Yeah.
they're literally selling it at the convenience store, man. It's like everybody, every superhero,
The 3D printing it. Yeah.
every time a bad guy shows up, it's about 15 minutes in after meeting them and then the nefarious things they're doing. They go to like a cabinet or they go into this vault or something and they got kryptonite. Like, holy shit. And then they do the whole moon landing thing where they went all the way to Krypton and got it and brought it back. Or it
Now I-
fell from the sky.
Now I know you're trolling me because you said moon landing.
Yeah, but think about it. So and even in the show, in the Man of Steel, you see like it's a far travel from where Kal-El's coming to Earth. They even like map it out. Like it's way out there.
Mhm.
And he's taking a long time. So if he's not bringing it in the ship, and this ship is all sealed, so where would this stuff be? They literally put something that's going to kill him inside the ship so he can bring it with him.
I know where it was. It was in his milk.
It
He left the baby bottle on the ship.
got all like coagulated.
It turned into yogurt, right? Turned into yogurt, and then it dried out. That's a good question. I'd like to ask. But in all honesty, do you know who wrote the actual Superman movie? It was two Jews. You realize that?
What's that?
And I forget their names, but the DC when they wrote the Superman story back in the 30s or 40s when it was, is that when it was? It was asked about where did they come up with the Superman story. Mm-hmm. It's actually the Moses story. If you understand the Moses from the Bible, yeah. So they're like, what are you talking about? Well, if you think about Moses, if you know the story of Moses, where he is put in a river by his mom because she can't take care of him. He gets found by another family and gets taken care of. He comes back to save the family. It's the story of Moses and some of it. But that it's got Jewish origins to it, or it's got the Moses story. When I heard that, I was like, oh, I love that. I love it even more.
Yeah,
obviously.
But at the same time, I'm sure that these guys weren't like everybody. Listen, here's a plot twist: everybody has kryptonite. They weren't even like they weren't. No.
You're not going to make me hate Superman. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I love Superman. Yeah. I just think the writing.
No, you just don't like his story. Is what it is, right? But
his story's good, but everybody doesn't get kryptonite, man. It's like Oprah, man. It's like you get kryptonite, you get kryptonite. Everybody's getting kryptonite, man.
Everybody's getting kryptonite. That's funny. Right? Okay, that's funny. Right. Well, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go do my research and I'm gonna see how could they, is that written anywhere in the comic books? How do they get kryptonite?
What would the okay, so with the Superman ones, it's kryptonite. Well, why wouldn't it be? There's so many other guys like the Silver Surfer, and Superman. Wouldn't that have been pretty cool? Like that kind of, it doesn't have to be a bad guy that's got kryptonite, and a guy in
those are the guys right there. Terry Siegel and Joe Shuster came up with Superman.
Yep. Yeah, but that whole thing, it's like whatever.
Silver Surfer. Now you're right. There's tons of characters from DC or Marvel, specifically DC is what we're talking about. They come up with amazing different stories, right? But they keep the new Superman, right? The Return of Superman. It's always some different actor. I get what you're saying, but I think the ultimate endgame, and I think Marvel kind of embarrassed DC in action when they came out with the Avengers. Yeah. When they came out with the Avengers and they started creating all the multiverses, but making all these, and they were the ones doing all the different spinoffs, the different stories, and then making them all part of the same universe, right? It's all one big story. DC was like, yeah, we're not going to be able to catch up to that. Let's try. They tried with the Justice League, and that was a bomb,
Yeah, I didn't really like the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I didn't like that one either. Yeah.
Characters are good. Characters are all right, but
it just wasn't a good story. Yeah, it was too rushed. And
I don't like Ben Affleck as Batman.
Yeah, I didn't like him either.
He just seems off a little bit.
But Gus brings it home, man. He says the best superhero is Mork and Mindy and Robin Williams. That's right. That's right.
That's true.
Nano.
Oh, wait a minute. Richard says that they found kryptonite in the ocean in Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah, hold on, Rich. But this is where Chris has. This is where he has an issue. He's like, well, how did it get in the ocean? And we're gonna say, well, it fell in the ocean. How? Well, I don't know. Meteorites hit the ocean, hit the Earth all the time, right? Supposedly, right?
Well, there's a time difference. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's speeding across the space super fast in a ship. He gets here, and you're telling me that like the explosion, these meteors are just making their way.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Was he like doing some sort of what do you call it? What do they do in Star Trek?
Time warp. thing.
Yeah, time warp. No, I don't think he
what
did. Yeah,
do they
yeah.
call that? Like
You know what
warp
I'm talking about.
speed?
Yeah, warp speed initiate. Where they no, even Star Wars does it, right? I don't think he did that. I think he was just
Oh, he does it. Look in Man of Steel. You'll see it.
he does a little poof, right?
Yeah, he does this little thing.
Was okay in the movie of Man of Steel? Was the planet? Did the planet had already explode? Did he just get out in the nick of time, or was it like, poof, and then it blew
I'll have
up?
to go look back. But you're telling me that the kryptonite just latched onto his ship and we're like, we're going.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe you know, there was an explosion and a couple of rocks got caught in his, I don't know, in his intake at the front of his ship. I don't know. I don't
All
know
right, all right, let's talk about this. 33rd birthday. All right. All right. So he grows up. He's a baby when he gets here, right?
Yeah.
That's the story, right? And he's 30s. Say Rich is right. He's in his 30s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the kryptonite, you tell me a kryptonite travels.
Well, he doesn't arrive as 30. I think the story he arrives
He's
as
a
a
baby.
kid.
He's a baby.
Yeah.
He's a baby because they take him out. That's like the picture. I remember seeing the picture.
Gotcha. You're talking about by the time he's 30, and then the kryptonite hits the ocean.
So it's like 30. Go by Rich's number. He's 33 years old as 30. So he had been here for 32 years. Maybe he's 1 year old or something like that. I don't know.
All right.
So you're telling me that through space time, just traveling just by the force of being an explosion of a planet, it's going to travel all the way to Earth in 32 years.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
It would take you 32 years to get from Saturn to Earth and just moving through space.
No, it'd take you a lot further, a lot more than 32 years.
That's what I'm saying. So, okay. So where is this planet at?
If
and how
Saturn,
do they get the kryptonite?
I see what you're trying to bait me into talking about space. We're not going to do it because I don't like that pseudoscience.
I almost had you too.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this. I'm going to bite. All right, look.
All
right. So if it took 30 years for that kryptonite to hit the Earth, right? I mean, if it's he grows up and you never know. Maybe the kryptonite, like I said at the very beginning, during the explosion, right? Some of it got caught up. If he did some sort of warp speed, if was he light years away or was he just in another galaxy? I don't know. Was he?
Yeah, it couldn't have taken him too long because he would have died. I mean, he couldn't feed himself, right?
Right. Right.
So he had to be pretty quick.
Yeah, at least 3 hours because we know babies don't sleep through the night. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he's a baby. Maybe he's in like a sleep thing and they're like keeping him alive in like their tech or something. Yeah. But he was still a baby when he got there, so it couldn't have been that long. Say maybe it took him a year to get here. Maybe.
Let's say it took him a year. Yeah. And it took 29 years for the rest of the some of the planet to follow him. I don't know.
Right.
Hit the ocean. So yeah, we're just gonna go with that, Chris. Because I wasn't there. And at the end of the day, when was the last time you saw a planet explode? Huh? I mean,
yeah, but when was the last day that every movie that came out, everybody had kryptonite? Like they literally are all walking around with it. They're like, "Oh, let me get my kryptonite. I left it with my kids."
Oprah giving it away. Hey, you get kryptonite. Everybody gets kryptonite. That's funny, man. That is funny though. That is funny. But back to the original. I think the conversation we were having was about the Superman and Lois show that's out now.
Oh yeah,
you're on season. It's actually pretty good. I got to see the grand finale of the last season. It just happened to be he fights Doomsday. They did a good job on special effects, man. They did a good job. I like that version of Superman. I don't see him going prime time, but
right.
But I like the idea of him having his sons, and they really humanize him. He's trying to be he's trying to be like an everyday dad or whatever. But the Doomsday fight is pretty cool, man. I think it's a better fight than the Man of Steel fight, the Batman versus Superman. But they go to the moon, bro. yeah, that's exactly what happened, right?
So here you go. This is even better. All right. So what kind of fuel did he have on that little pod? All right. Every movie shows the little ship that's like in the basement of the barn or whatever. Yep. How much fuel did he have on that sucker to be flying that far? It's like a little what do they call it? Escape pod. It's just a little thing.
Well, I mean,
It's with the kryptonite, dude. That's what I'm telling you.
have you?
The
Okay.
kryptonite and the fuel.
Oh,
are
I've
together.
I've got a question for you. Have you actually seen the moon lander?
Have I seen it?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, you've never, not physically, but you've seen pictures of it. I'm talking about the one that went to the moon.
Yeah.
You ever seen where it's actually on the moon, and then it pops up, and it launches off the moon, the surface of the moon, and it reconnects with the orbiter it's going thousands of miles around the moon, and it happens to this freaking. My point, which we know is fake, but the point is, how did that do that? If you believe that, then you believe kryptonite hit the ocean. Okay.
You know what? That's fine. We can go round and round all you want, but I know the moon landing is real. And you want to know why I know it's real? And you know what? I think we could. You know what? I'm gonna tell you, and I think we could just end the night right here.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, you ready? The moon landing was real because Superman picked up the American flag and put it back up when it was.
Oh my God. That is, I love Christopher Reeves, man. He is the original Superman of all. I think. I mean, from the original Superman movie.
Yeah, he was there, man.
When he did Superman 4: The Quest for Peace, I lost it, bro. I lost it. I was like, nope, Superman's fake. It's all fake. He's on the moon fighting. You know, he and that atomic guy, whoever he fought on the moon. You know, when he put the flag back up. I mean, oh my God, propaganda. But I think they did a better job of showing the moon than actually NASA did. So I mean, I'll give them that.
And I'll even do one better for you. And then Transformers knocked it all down. So
Transformers,
it's all proved.
Dark Side of the Moon, bro.
It's
Dark
right
Side of the
there.
Moon.
It's right there in front of you. Superman picked up the flag. Transformers knocked it down and invaded us.
If we weren't doing a live with Nick on Wednesday talking about the the blockchain updates, I would bring so much proof that we didn't go to the moon on that day. But I can wait. I
got plenty of proof in the movie side that we've been there.
On the movie side, yeah, Hollywood. It's funny you're using Hollywood to prove we went there, and I'm going to use Hollywood to prove we didn't. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. It's how it works. That's how it works.
Wait, we got a message from Gus. Did you guys not see Oprah's show one time when she was giving out kryptonite to everyone in the audience?
Yeah, that's funny, man. That's what you were saying. Everybody gets it. Everybody check under your seat.
Every movie they ever made with Superman, and everybody's got kryptonite. They're carrying it around on their
but not everybody knows how to use. But not everybody knows how to use it. That's the point, though. It takes an evil genius, to figure out. This is the only rock on Earth that's green.
Look at this.
And that's the only guy on Earth that can fly. I think I'm putting 2 to 2 together.
There you go. There you go. This is what this is for. Come at me, Superman.
Yeah. Let's see if this works.
Look at
this.
All
right, yeah, we'll go ahead and call it, man. It's been 3 hours. Chris,
look at this comment real quick. Look at this.
Oh yeah, she's definitely involved in some illegal trafficking. Definitely involved in that. But definitely kryptonite would be involved as well. If she could ball it up, she would for sure. Exactly. But we're gonna call it, guys. Thank you guys for hearing us rant, for the last 3 hours. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the talk. We definitely talked about the blockchain. We talked about things to come on Wednesday, and other things. And you kind of hear at the end of the day, you're kind of also hearing what we think about and what we care about, right? Like who we think the best actors are. Whatever. That's pretty funny. But I appreciate you guys participating. I got to throw out some BUSD out there earlier, or BNB. I like doing that stuff. Man. Yeah, I love that. I forgot that I could do that. I forget that I have some just laying in a wallet that it ain't doing nothing. So I don't mind asking somebody some questions. If they get it right, hey, I'll throw some money at you. It's what I do. But Chris, any last words, man? What are you looking forward towards Wednesday?
Every day, I think something's going to be happening. So I'm looking forward to every day. When it comes to the blockchain and all that kind of stuff, got a lot of work to do personally myself this week. Got some things going on. Pretty exciting. So, looking forward to a lot of things, man. Things are definitely looking up with the blockchain and everything like that. I mean, Nick's trying to be transparent. Got he keeps trying to do that and he keeps moving forward, I'm gonna be happy. I look forward to what we talk about on Wednesday night.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Looking forward to it, and we'll absolutely hold the feet to the fire at the end of the day.
Right.
You know, you say it, you bring it, we'll evaluate it, and we'll verify it. You know, not us, but the community will.
Yeah.
So, you know, with that being said, guys, you know, inspect what you expect. Always do your own research. Do right and fear no man, and we'll see you guys on the blockchain.